Hello, everyone. Let me just finish getting everything out, and we will get started. This is our first session at both the earlier time of day, as well as our first time doing a second session in a week. Today, we are going to be mostly covering side quests and the like, but I did want us to get through Chapter 5 just because it's basically a side quest or a character quest. It's important to the story, but there's nothing to it. You'll see why, and what I mean when I say that. And then we'll also have access to some new seeds that we'll hopefully have growing before the end of the summer, so we can get some points towards the fairy orders being done and hopefully unlocking the ultimate magic class of the game. As you can see here, we still have two classes left. These are the hidden classes. Uh, One of them is based on completion of fairy orders, so it's not really tied to story progress technically, but some of the stuff is, you got to progress the story to harvest and, get new certain uh, seeds and the like. And then the other is absolutely tied to story progress in regards to how early you can complete all the steps for it. It's kind of a scavenger hunt. So I'd like us to have all 12 collected by the time we finish the story, but we may not do that. Anyways, we are literally where we finished off yesterday. You can see I'm standing right there at the save point. Haven't advanced the story any. Boom. I am set up in a new location. Before I was having to record in my room, but over the course of the last week, we set me up with sort of an office. Got me a desk set up in the family storage room, so I am trying to set up in here. Hopefully it works out well. And let's get on with our day. We have time to do some story or character stuff. Which characters do we have closest to anything important? None really. They're all at one or two. That we need to get all of them to 6. Crest doesn't matter for anything, but whatever. We'll get her the 2 red leaves while we're at it. Hers is just character, whatever stuff. I don't know if she counts as a romanceable character at the end. I don't really care. But she doesn't give any party bonuses. We'll just knock her out to get her knocked out. For those of you who are here while we're live, if any of you show up, we had one showed up and commented yesterday but didn't stay long. Our question of the day today is basically, do you prefer watching my streams, watching my weekly little informational videos, or do you like to watch both? The reason I'm asking this is just, I'm trying to find what people like out of what we've got for the channel so I can dedicate more to it. My analytics are kind of small on the streams. My most watched stream was a couple weeks ago when we did chapter 3, the final bit, and that was like 18 viewers with a total watch time of about 5 hours. So if you guys don't love these streams, let me know. I will definitely, I can dedicate that time to making better videos and doing more videos, whatever. Anyways, here we are. Dr. Kress, how's my brother doing? For now, we'll have to have him take the medicine I prescribed and see how it goes from there. Contact me straight away if his condition changes. All right. Thank you, Dr. Kress. No need to thank me. All I've done is prescribe him some medicine. But I'm just grateful I could get him looked at. It's been really painful for you, hasn't it? It has. Look, I can't promise I'll cure him, but I can promise that I will do everything in my power to help your brother. Thank you, Doctor. Yeah, this is basically the whole crux of her entire, we'll call it a social link. It's basically a social link. They call them quests, character quests, but they're social links. Yes, welcome. Oh, Haruhi. Did you bring the materials I asked for? You hand over the materials to Cress. That's perfect. Thank you. Was that another patient? No, that was a relative of a patient. His younger sister, actually. Is something wrong? The patient is presenting symptoms of the quiet. For those who don't remember, because it's been several sessions since we did that, the quiet is the disease caused by those who are out during quietus and inhale the dust in the air and blah, blah, blah. And it slowly kills you by shutting down everything. Yada, yada, yada. I made a house call the other day to perform a checkup and found the sickness had been progressing. It's just like what happened with my own mom and dad. They don't look different, physically, but with every passing day they lose the strength to survive. We need to find that cure. You're right. My plan is to create a new medicinal compound using the materials you brought me. At any rate, I'm banking on this one to work. All you can do is try. Right. Beating this disease is what defines my life as a doctor. Okay. For the patient and his family, and for my own parents too. I will find that cure. Don't take on too much by yourself. That's very hard. It was a thing that she had kept pushing on her dad and so on. Even though she herself took on too much in the story, which I know I say she, but there's a lot suggesting that Haruhi was non-binary. Which is why we're non-binary as with our Haruhi here. I know. I'm actually really glad I won't have to do this on my own. I'm counting on you, Haruhi. Anyway, I can't afford to waste another second. If we've got that settled, then I'm going to get back to my research. I'll send you a letter if there's anything I need. Take care, Haruhi. Closeness to Crest 6, unfortunately does not unlock anything, just gives us rewards, although Hermit's Root is good. For those Halma drinks that will help you regenerate health. I need to figure out where you can find more of those. Let's check the encyclopedia. Ingredients. Where can we find those? It does not say. Lame. Some of these it'll tell you where you can get them, like if you come down to crafting. Or not crafting, harvesting. You can, how to harvest drop like this. Drops from Hornets from Castle of Illusion. Mining from Bird's Eye Bray. Gathering from Jade Forest, these kinds of things. Unfortunately, this does not tell us how to find that, so I may have to look that up online, because those are actually really, really useful. I'm sure they're gathered from certain places, but, it's which places are the good ones. We got that one done, knocked out of the way. Woo! Yeah, just the music is like really loud compared to the rest of the audio quality most of the time. And I mean, yes, you can come in here in the settings and mess with it, but it's not like I've got the background music down about this low and then sound effects and voice are higher. And yet the background music is still just really, really freaking loud. That's why I make fun of it as much as I do. Partially, it's the most present audio that you've got in the game. Let's see, we've been using Aesol quite a bit, so we'll come over to Nemia. His thing was... well, let's see what we were... I think we were dealing with, like, monsters attacking the village or something, and Christina was dealing with them wanting to have her be the new head teacher at the orphanage, and we'll work our way through some of these character quests. Maybe all of them today. Try to get as many as we can done. But yeah, Aesel's thing was like, we're not telling them what happened to Tiela, and yada yada yada. Hurry, thanks for coming by. I actually wanted to talk to you about some monsters coming out of the Heaven's Egg. Ah, I remember you. You were with Aesel last time, weren't you? Perfect timing. I'd like to hear about what's going on too. Or I'd like you to hear about what's going on too. Well, in that case, would you mind telling us what happened one more time? It just happened the other day. One of them monsters flew right out of that Heaven's Egg and chased after a merchant pal of mine. Were they injured? No, they're fine. Aesel and the Argus Brigade came to our rescue and chased the monster off. Thing is, we haven't seen a monster come out of there since we last went inside. The regular inspections by the Argus Brigade should have confirmed that. But it's like the gentleman said, the monsters have been growing more active recently. And now people are reporting sightings of them outside of the Heaven's Egg. But why now? I have no idea. The monsters are only being sighted on the outskirts of town. But who knows how long it'll be before they decide to break the threshold again. More and more folk are noting sightings, and it's starting to cause no small amount of unrest. Which is why I came to talk with Aesel and see if there wasn't anything to be done about it. For now, I'm considering expanding our usual patrol route and extending the hours spent patrolling. I can't say this will be enough to ease everyone's nerves, but for now it's the most we can do. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for that much. But couldn't you go into the Heaven's Egg again, like you did before? It isn't that simple. You mean to say you can't? I'm afraid not. I'm sorry. No, if you say you can't, then you can't. Both you and the Argus Brigade are already doing plenty. That's nice of you to say. Thank you. Let's just hope that all this malarkey calms down after a day or two. And it doesn't. This is only stage 3, or 2, I think it is. It's 2 or 3. I promise you, we will resolve this issue, so please hang tight. Your reassurance is enough to give me confidence, Aesel. We're counting on you. Later, suckers. This is the worst. And now the townsfolk are filled with dread, yet again. You're doing everything you can. Thank you. Honestly, there's so much I don't know this time around. We found out that the dragons were looking for Tiela the whole time before. But she's not here anymore. That should have been the end of it. And yet here we are, with the dragons giving us trouble once again. And no idea as to why. We need more information. I agree. But we must do something, regardless. We need to resolve this issue and put the hearts of the townsfolk at ease again. Now isn't the time to get complacent. Nothing good will come from acting rash. Hurry. I'm sorry, you're totally right. I can't let myself get carried away by my emotions. So I have a favor to ask. Will you come with me to look into the Heaven's Egg? It would be enough for me to go on my own, but I know having you there would be a totally different story. Of course. Thank you. For now, we have to go and do as much as we can. Which, right now, means checking on the Heaven's Egg. Let's go and find out if something's gone awry. Right, one step at a time. Exactly. I'll let the Artist Brigade know we'll be investigating the Heaven's Egg. It might take some time to relay the message to everyone, so let's make the trip another day. I'll let you know once I'm all ready to go. Until then, take care. Ill tidings, closeness 2. And now he can get his special unique technique for Heaven's Dive. That's another reason we need to get everyone to at least level 2 for that, and then level 6 for the class quest boost thingies. For the third tier unlocks of our job classes. I'm just disappointed that the one for that you take so long to get it up with Arya, because it is such a good class, the Assault Savant. Speaking of D's, I think she's in Northern Staff. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Or not. Watch, I'll sneeze in like 2 minutes. Oh, I did not unlock that. I need to unlock that ability. This thing. We need to really work on our money. That's part of why we're doing side quests also. Let's see, Estina's kind of in the middle. She's closer actually to the other side entirely. So we're going to the left hand side. And put a fighter for in here, because everything in here is weak to fighter. I like the fighter class. It's not my favorite class. I think that right now the Avenger's my favorite, but I think over the next week or so I'm going to try to do at least an hour or 2 a day of my other playthrough, so I can get a feel for the Samurai class, unlock some of the other, hopefully unlock the new, the last one that I think I read somewhere was called Aristotle. Find out that one. There's a thing over here. There it is. The Steam is up that way, so. Estina's has got a fun quest. It's a little side quest kind of thing. It reminds me a lot of, I won't spoil it, but it does remind me of certain things in a game that I like better. We'll just say it that way. I think they took a lot of the whole character quests thing from the social links of Persona. I really do feel that way. It's 10 stages. They're all working through some kind of overarching problem, etc., etc. But it doesn't have the Taro motif or anything like that. Hurry, you made it. That's not her voice. Thanks for coming all the way out here. I guess you wanted some privacy? Oh, you got on. That's right. I didn't want the kids overhearing this. It's about a troubling rumor that I've been hearing recently. Apparently, someone has been going around senselessly attacking people in a nearby village. There haven't been any fatalities yet, but the person doing it is elusive and appears unexpectedly. Victims say that she's a lady with long hair, dressed all in black. And she calls herself the Shadow Assassin. Isn't that you? Don't tell me. Please, that's not even funny. Let me just put this out there before we continue. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. It has more to do with you than you think. Of course it does, because it's part of your character quest. The person doing this is just using my name. Who would do such a thing? I have no idea. Although I hope that's all it is. The thing that bothers me most is that she's not only using my name, but my likeness as well. I mean, long hair, black clothes. Doesn't have to be just you. If she knows who I am, then given what she's doing, it's probably a stunt to lure me out. But that's impossible. They don't know where I am. I haven't heard anything from them all this time. What could they want now? Who are they? Ah. Sorry, forget I said that. The truth is, I still don't know who's behind all this. But I can't just let it go on. It can't be by coincidence that she chose the name Shadow Assassin. It absolutely could be. That is like the most stereotypical name for any kind of assassin. Yep, that would be the Shadow Assassin. So, Haruhi, could you help me find the person doing this? If we leave her to continue, she might come and attack Nemiya next. Or Nemiya, whatever. I don't know. I don't want anyone in the orphanage getting in danger. That's the one thing I must not allow to happen. I won't let anything interrupt the children's peace and happiness. Of course I'll help. Yeah, depends on the pay. You know, if I were to play this game a third time, I would probably pick all those like mercenary jerk kind of things like that, but Haruhi is definitely, of course I'll help. And I'm sure most players are going to pick that anyways. I think one of the things I would also do with a third playthrough is try to do Chapter 3 in reverse order and see what happens that way. Thank you. For now, I'm going to go away and gather some more information. I'll get back to you as soon as I find anything out. Shadow Assassin, plus with Lucina. Oh, I had her at level 2. Oh, that's awesome. So she gives crit rate, zombie mushrooms. Yay. Zombie mushrooms are used for weapon enhancement somehow. Somewhere. I forget where. Oh, you know what? We're here? We haven't done any fear kills yet, have we? We've encountered 2, but we haven't killed any. Let's do some killing here. I'll show you what I do here in a second. These things are good for getting, oh wow. Oh, it's weak to piercing. I thought it was going to be weak to ice. Oh well. We still got it broke. It's taking damage, and I've got reduced physical attack damage, but that's fine. It's dead. Killing these guys is a good way to get new accessories. That's why I did that, to show you guys that. Because that is one of only 3 accessories we've picked up throughout the game. You get the one that you kind of get for early on, for basically for free, which is a +3 to your physical and magical attack. I managed to pick up one for, what was it I picked it up for? It's like a poison guard or something like that. I forget where we picked it up. And then we got that one just now, which is a magic boost, I believe. We'll find out at the end over this way. Let's see. Yeah, fancy deadly poison guard ring. Yeah, magic attack +7. So it'd be good if I was going to use like the Lunamancer and the Pilgrim and the Mage and so on, but I don't tend to build myself all with just all one type class, because that can be problematic at times. So. Anyways, it's too early to do Shatola. So let's see, Baraka's in Arjun. She's in Argent. Okay, so yeah. And those 2 are Shatola. So because his, we gotta be there between 7 and 9. And it's only 5. So let's come over here. We'll do Braka, we'll do Shrika, and then we'll go run over to Shatola and do those 2. We have side quests out here still too? No. Nothing out here for side quest wise. We've got a few that we gotta pick up and go do in like the cave in between, I think. But today, we're just gonna go boop. So, what info have you got for me? You must know something about them. I did hear something from a certain merchant I know. Apparently, the one you're looking for went into the forest, and there's been no sign of them since. It sounds like they're having an important conversation. Could they have been attacked by a monster? I don't think so. There was an eyewitness. Who do you mean? The mercenary who was with that merchant. For him to come out and say he'd seen them, I believe him. I see. They met and that mercenary lived to tell the tale? He must have a backbone to him, that guy. Well, he survived, but only because he got scared and ran away. At least he's useful enough to survive and give us info. What? Is that all you got for me? No, but here's the thing. He decided to quit after that. He said no number of lives will be enough to slay such a terrible monster. I've never really seen him look so terrified. Are you sure you want to be going up against that, Braca? I've told you 1,000 times. I will kill that monstrosity if it's the last thing I do. Your job is just to sell me information. Very well, you don't make life easy for yourself, eh? By the way, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What? Do you know that youngster who's been standing behind you? Who? Hari, how long have you been here? I didn't want to interrupt you two. I was already talking to you, and they didn't look like they had anything urgent to tell you, so I just continued. Shouldn't I have? You can go now. Thanks for the intel. It was good doing business with you. See you around. Who was that? Or were you talking about work? We'll go with were you talking about work. Yes, he's an informant. I just paid him for some information, and he got it for me. How much of that did you hear, anyway? You mentioned killing a monstrosity. So everything, then. What are you looking for, Braca? Revenge! Oh, that's none of your business. For the record, I haven't forgotten our arrangement. But regardless of what you say, I'm not telling you more than that. Didn't you technically already complete what we paid you for? We paid you to take us to the Sea's Light. You did that. You're still coming along on shit. There's nothing I can do? Fine, I'll say one thing. Our relationship is that of mercenary and client. Nothing more, nothing less. I will do the job you paid me to do. You did the job I paid you to do. Again. But the moment you begin prying into my business, that contract is void. Understand? This is my problem, not yours. This conversation's over. Leave. Woo! We've unlocked his ability. Plus break gauge. Yeah, he's so useful to have in the party once you get him to 10th level just for doing boss fights. You'll tear through that break gauge and get them to, the break and the double break so much faster. Let's see, temple. Let's see, she's not back here. Where the heck is she? There she is. Yes, I understand. I will take care of the letter. You continue your investigation. Yes, Sister Shrika? Oh, you came, Haruhi. It looks like we have another issue not dissimilar from before. Another incident? I suppose you could call it that. A spurious rumor has been spreading about the Order, and an amount of unfounded criticism, among other disgraceful slander, has been hurled against priests in the streets. It wouldn't be a Square Enix title if they weren't hating on religion somewhere along the way. Yeah. If it stopped there, then I would simply consider it ill-natured mischief. But merchants have appeared selling imitation floss indulgentia. That's a dangerous prospect. They call themselves members of the sect of the Anti-Mother. They're against the Holy Mother? Or that's quite the label. Let's go with that's quite the label. That's a Haruhi thing. They're referring to the Holy Mother of the Seaslight Order. But for them to use her moniker in such a way, the Mother has no power to save us. That's what one of them kept insisting when we captured them earlier. I can't claim to know what their goal is, but there's no denying the upheaval it's causing within the Holy Capital. We must put a halt to their activities, for the sake of the townspeople and their safety. Let me know how I can help. That you would say that so readily is of great comfort. You're not of the Order, and you're certainly not of Arjun. You're able to approach this as one not swayed by the Order's inner mechanisms. Not to mention your exemplary record with the Floss Indulgencia incident. Yeah, I am pretty awesome, thank you. So, thank you. I'd like to start immediately. What I gave you was a letter we received from the sect of the Anti-Mother. The report you witnessed earlier was regarding this very object. Uncover the darkness in the locked room. That's all the letter says. Do you know what it means? I think there's a room that only the Patriarch could enter. There is one door within the entire temple that remains locked. Why would it be locked? Exactly. Having a door locked to anyone but the Patriarch only serves to invite suspicion. It's reminiscent of the Floss Indulgencia, so I would say it bears investigating. If possible, I would like to stop any more secrets from being unveiled. The Order must prove its own innocence. You don't prove your innocence by hiding secrets. That's not how that works. Do you know where the door is? Right. Finding that door is our top priority. It is somewhere deep within the temple. Come this way. Here is the door in question. Darkness behind a door that won't open. What on earth do you think it means? I think it means it's a room that has no lights in it. Oh. Just as I thought, it is locked. You know those are pull doors, right? I guess you don't have the key? I do not. The key to this room has probably been passed down across generations of patriarchs. But Kierkegaard is no longer with us. And I have no idea where the key might be. So the letter was right about the door. We know for certain that the door is locked. That is enough for now. Let us pause our investigation for now, Haruhi. I'll look into this more deeply myself another time. Apologies for dragging you over here. Call me if there are any developments. Okay. That letter has me concerned. But I would prefer to focus on suppressing the chaos caused by the sect of the Anti-Mother first. I'm sure you understand. Let us part ways for now. I'll contact you again once I know more about the door or the sect. Thank you for coming nonetheless, Haruhi. Wow, I hope you guys didn't hear that. It was someone slamming a door. The sect of the Anti-Mother. No one has ever seen the Holy Mother with their own eyes. How can you believe in such fantasy? If you were to lay your eyes upon the grace of the Holy Mother, it would surely drive you into despair. Yes, that's quite enough. We need to focus on what we should do. Yeah, okay. Oh, she's the one who's magic attack +2. So I think the Anthus is the +1 to both attack and defense for magic then. Something like that. That's the entrance. Alright. Now we can leave and go to Shatola, where we can do Heinz thing and then emos. But then I think we're done with all character quests for today. And any that don't show up tomorrow, we can do side quests. Or chapter 5. I think chapter 5 will be tomorrow. It's a really short chapter. It's one of those ones like time will stop and you just do your thing while you're there. It's in this new city that you find. Blah, blah, blah. Heinz's letter said this was the spot. Ah, hurry! Were you waiting long? No, I just got here. That's good. I wouldn't have been able to forgive myself if I had kept you waiting around. Anyway, shall we go in? Welcome. I've kept a table open for you. Thank you, bartender. I see you're drawing the crowds as always. We know his name. We know his name is Leon Biesheim. Let him be named Leon. Flatter me all you want. I won't give you a free drink. I would never dream of it. So, Haruhi, let's take a seat. And there's Emo on stage. Being an emo. That presentation the other day was quite the struggle. The thought of those children one day being my accomplices makes me worry about the future. Child accomplices sounds like chaos. Or you have to learn from your mistakes. I'm gonna go with the first one. That sounds snarky, and Haruhi had some snarky moments. If I had a pretty lady by my side, however, I feel like I would be able to achieve anything. Would you like a refill? I suppose I would. What's this? I haven't seen your face here before. Are you new? Huh? Oh, yes. Yes, I am. Well, aren't I the lucky one? I've stepped foot in this tavern countless times, and not once have I seen a beauty quite like yours. What? That's enough, Hein. I won't have you trying to sweet talk the new blood. Off you go now. Other guests are calling. Okay, excuse me. Bartender, you're so cruel. I nearly won her over. I catch you laying a hand on my staff, and I'll lay my hands on you. Got it? Oh my, we can't be having that. Very well. I'll abstain from showering the girls with the praise they deserve. You never used to be this much of a sleaze. He was different? Now I'm curious. He was the complete opposite. Straight-laced is the word I'd use. It's hard to believe such a guy ended up turning into the womanizer you see today. Come now, bartender. One man shouldn't divulge in another man's past. What are you ashamed of? Truth is, you were an upstanding gentleman. That's not what I have a problem with. Smooth moves, Hein. Looks like another misfire for the local ladies' man. Hey, there was no misfire. She was putty in my hands until I was rudely interrupted. You still shot, then you missed. What do you say, Hein? Maybe someone rich with experience like me can teach you a thing or two. I'm afraid I'm not about to beg for advice from an old drunk. You're missing out. All it would have cost you was a drink. By the by, I heard you've been showing off your new gizmo to those whippersnappers. Are you talking about my submarine? That's the one. Don't tell me you're still souping it up with that whatchamacallit. If by souping up you mean inventing, it's already completed. Inventin' schmentin. Just be careful you don't turn into old Fiasola with all that mumbo-jumbo. I may not know much about inventing, but only fools waste their lives going about chasing silly dreams. That's enough of that. Don't mind him. He's too drunk to know right from wrong. No, it's fine. I don't really care what he has to say. Are you done already? I'm just stepping out for some fresh air. What's up with him? Hari, would you mind seeing if he's okay? Do, 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 do. Oh, Hari, sorry for just walking out like that. You named the submarine Fiasola. I'll tell you all about her when the time is right. But I think for now we should call it a night. Hey, that rhymed. I have some things I need to consider for the next presentation anyway. Oh, come on, you could have had a second rhyme there. Like, I'll catch you another day. Turbulence Divide. Oh, lowers physical and magic defense. That's a nice one to have. For bosses. Which is the only time you're going to have it active anyways, because you're not going to double break on regular stuff. And Emo is nuts. Here is only certain times a day. Yeah, meet her at the beach. She's not showing on the beach. Must be only certain times a day. We'll have to catch her tomorrow. Along with the lighthouse. We got a side quest for the lighthouse continuing again. Are you really not coming back? I've been trying to fix the lighthouse all this time. Some people have even been kind enough to help. But we can't do it without you. Dad, please come back. I can't believe you followed me all this way. Just to bring this up again. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not going back. But But you're the lighthouse keeper. Who invited you again? This is one of the people helping me to repair the lighthouse. Well, you needn't bother. It's not a matter of just fixing the lighthouse. What do you mean? Forget it. Shatola's lighthouse is dead. It will take me longer than a lifetime to atone for this sin. Atone for what? Uh, you can tell us. This sin is for me to bear on my own shoulders. If you're fixing the lighthouse, then you can do what you want with it. You be the lighthouse keeper. That's not my job anymore. But Dad... Then just leave it at that, will you? Wow, my voice is starting to hurt already today. Man, some water. What sin was he talking about? No idea. That's the first I'd heard of it. Hey, if you don't mind, could you find out some more details for me, please? About the atonement, or the sin, or whatever he was talking about. I could, as his son, but maybe someone like you with an outside perspective might be able to see things clearer. Alright, I'll try. Not sure I'm great at investigating. Thanks. You'll probably get some info from speaking to the people around Shatola. Sins of the Lighthouse Keeper. Let me know if you find out anything. I think one of the things I might do for our next game or series or whatever is something with actual voice dialogue. That way I can go for longer without wasting my voice. I'll be creating a poll on that here in the next couple weeks, hopefully. Up to these two. Oh, it's you from before. Have you seen the Lighthouse Keeper again since then? Oh, so the rumors were true. But that's so out of character for him. There must be something behind it. If I had to guess, I'd say it was the Lorelei incident. Yeah, that would make sense. A lot of people were affected by it. Maybe he got caught up in it too. Whatever happens, it sounds like it must have been pretty serious to affect him like that. Oh shoot, we better get going. We're meant to be out fishing. In the dark. As much as we want to know more about the Lighthouse Keeper, we can't let it get in the way of our work. Yeah, we gotta go. Good luck. We're gonna go out in the dark, even though there's no lighthouse to help guide us back safely. I think I thought I saw something sparkling off this distance back this way. I went in. Yeah, there's a Canelo doll over there. I wonder how I get to it. I have to go down here. You come down this way by Heinz. Yeah, that'll do it. Nope, there's a chest there too. Small water core. Run, 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 run. Canelo doll. We'll need to turn those in. You get some good stuff for that. There's one at, I think it's 20 that you turn in. It gives you an accessory that like doubles or quadruples. It really increases how many job points you get, which is great for late game. It's one of the things I've been wearing for trying to get the job classes up for the new series on those. Oh my, youngster, you want to talk to little old me? The Lighthouse Keeper? Oh, I see. Yes, I've heard about him. I heard he's been going to Argene a lot recently. I don't know why exactly, but there must be a good reason. I can't do old lady voices. I'm terrible at it. I can barely pull off female voices as a trans woman. Why else would you go all the way to such a cold area on your own? I know I wouldn't. That's as much as I know. Hope it helps. It does? Ho 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 ho! Glad to hear it. Good luck. Do. Sounds like he's an Arjan. Go and look for him there. We'll do that another day. It's already 9, almost 30 by the time we get to the teleport, probably. So we will return home. Let's see, we got a bunch of stuff here. Do. Go to sleep. Midnight. Down, down, down. So here you were, Dianthus. Were you able to confirm the information on the girl that Geist captured? Yes, I synchronized with the Gestalt sphere. It did not recognize her as a girl of reason. Then that leaves the question, what is to be found at the lost Gaia coordinates that Geist left behind? If it leads the girl to the truth, then we might be able to proceed with the future we envisioned. Agreed. We found more, though, although this is still under investigation. Geist's Virgilius sector showed traces of independent research that he had engaged in. Perhaps opening that door will provide us with more information. Geist was doing research in secret. Apparently so. I will continue running cryptanalysis on the door's lock and let you know once I find anything. Very good. That won't come back until, chapter 10? There you go, more corn. They sell for 400 each. That's, like I said, it's one of your better cash crops early on, and it's not that great of a cash crop. The only really, really good cash crop is the pumpkins. Oh, hey. Arya left a letter. Come to the Northern Plains once you're done with the farm work. Arya. See, Markarn. Yay. Nothing there. Ooh, Paprika. Defeated a kind of prayer. Expert level 2. Curry herbs. Curry herbs. I can't make the sprinkler level 2 yet. We gotta go find those larger things. Over here, and we're not gonna really need any food today. For this entire session today, not today in game. We're not doing anything that's gonna be boss fight difficulties. Thank you for waiting. I've finished my preparations, so let's get into the Heaven's Egg and see what's going on as soon as possible. We're lucky nobody's been hurt yet, but it's only a matter of time. What is going on? Whatever it is, we have to put a stop to it now. I'll meet you outside the Heaven's Egg. Cheers, Hazel. Castle Lewis Times. Castle Lewis News. Victory against the Omens. Greetings, citizens. We are pleased to announce that we, the Kingdom Brigade, have defeated the Omens in battle. During the final battle, an illumination in the Sea's Light was confirmed in each area of the kingdom. This is testament to the great protection that the Sea's Light granted us in our final battle. Please rest assured that we will remain undefeated for as long as the Sea's Light continue to shine in our favor. Castle Lewis Intelligence Division. I request the assistance of my retainer, Unicorn. Dear retainer, have you been well? It is your master, Unicorn. This sudden letter may come as some surprise, but there is good reason behind it, you see. I have some business at Castle Lewis, or rather, the Castle of Illusion, and request the assistance of my loyal retainer. I trust you will oblige, seeing it is the duty of a retainer to obey their lord. I will await you in front of the castle. Yours truly, Unicorn. He gives you character quests. The only thing that's really good at his that I've found is reward-wise, you do at one point get the reward for feed machine level 2, which basically just gives you an extra bit of feed for the same stuff. It doesn't work bigger than the others. Apologies for the sudden correspondence. Oh, I have something I wish to discuss with you. It is a problem I cannot solve on my own, and so I require the assistance of an able such as yourself. I will be waiting aboard the airship. Please come and see me if you can make the time. Dianthus. I think it's supposed to be Dianthus, but whatever. It is raining today, so I don't even have to water the crops. So just
Hello, little crappies.
hello, little crappies. Doop, doop, doo 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 doop, doop, doo 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 doop, doop.
Hello, little crappies.
All right. Wink, wink.
The veggies are simply bursting to be harvested.
They're bursting to be harvested. Okay. Yep. So we're going to. Let's see. We will ship these, and that. And those. The rest of these. Let's see. We're going to grab 4 of these. For that, we'll do 9 of these for the dessert thing. 1 of these for the other dessert thing. Let's see. That for one of those. Let's see. Feed thing. Yeah, this is not exciting. I'm well aware these are not exciting to watch. Rainbow bean. We'll put one of those in the other thing to show you guys what that makes. It makes basically coffee. That's our coffee bean for this game. Curry herb. Dessert maker level 2. We'll put blind coconuts in. Level 1. That's making jam. Boop. 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 Okay. And we're good. Now, where is she at? Yeah, the village square. I was gonna say, it was like the North Fields. No, that was the. Yeah, she's back at where we found her at the very start of the game. That's where I thought she was gonna go. I didn't remember going like to the Yorn Steppe or something like that. The plains. So we'll teleport to the Northern Village Square. Ah, so you found my letter. Is this some kind of surprise party? Did you forget? We're here to see what it is. What is in that memory chip Geist left behind? A fairy asked me and Nemo to come here not long ago. Same. And my poor wings are so tired. Arya treats us fairies with such cruelty. Yes, you'll still get your Pico apple when you're done. Oh, she's after apples. The fairies are apparently the reapers of Death Note. I better. You promised, remember? I'll see you later, Haruhi. I've still got work to do at the farm. Ooh, doing the Wonder Woman twirl. So, what's inside that memory chip? Good question. I have a general idea how this thing works, but I'm not an expert. Dianthus might know more. Would you mind sharing your knowledge? Apologies. Even now we're restricted by severe information controls. The Castle Illusion is in a state of upheaval following Geist's attack. I was barely given permission to join you. You mean to monitor us? Just say how it really is. That is not the truth of it. The information within Geist's memory chip is of great value to us as well. However, we decided there was more value in guaranteeing your safety on whatever path you take. Another part of your mysterious Prime Directive? Not that we have any idea what that actually entails. Though I suppose you still can't divulge any details either? I'm afraid not. Doesn't matter. We could use her help in a pinch. We're gonna find out for ourselves anyway once we learn how to use this memory chip. So how do we use it? I remember seeing a terminal on this crystal-looking thing that we probably insert this into. Boom, doo, doo. Oh, here it is. Look. I just do this. Blink. Open sesame. Okay, let's see what's inside. Yep, as soon as you come here, this is the entire chapter 5 is you're locked into it. It's one of those. It's like, yeah, you're locked into it. It's gonna go fast. This is where we found you, right? Is this the crystal you arrived in, Arya? Then that would mean this is a... I found the power. I've never seen anything like this. It doesn't even look real. It's like a ship. Isn't that obvious? And if Arya arrived in this thing, then that would make it a time machine. A time machine? A ship that can cross time itself. So it really does exist. How marvelous. This was made in Arya's time. It couldn't have been. Even I've never seen a real time machine. That's not to say we never theorized it. But it wasn't something we were able to realize. That's why I always assumed my arrival was the result of a time disaster, or something along those lines. Arya, I found a folio like that one before. Nice find. Let's see what happens if we use the memory chip again. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Territory shift program activated. It's a teleportation ship, apparently. Coordinates confirmed. Location not found in database. Environment unknown. Unable to confirm survivability. Please read life support policy and acknowledge. Acknowledged. Are you sure we don't want to give that a thorough read? We don't have the time. Acknowledgement confirmed. Please use the console once preparations are complete. Wait, what was that last part about survivability? Dianthus, is this really okay? You can tell us that much, right? Even I have no knowledge of what awaits us on the other side. I can provide you no solace. We'll be fine. There's always a degree of risk when it comes to science. Okay, Haruhi. Push that switch whenever you're ready. Shouldn't you be the one to press it? Me? But I'm the brains of this operation. You're our fearless leader. Everyone's just following your lead. There don't seem to be any objections. Fine. I'm gonna try and run out. Open the door. No. Where do you think you're going? See if I can talk to people. It kind of reminds me of the castle illusion in here. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? What are you waiting for? Let's get a move on. How exhilarating. We're about to venture to an unknown world. We didn't know what that button does. It could blow everything up for all we know. There's something strange about this place. Now, go on, press the button. Do it! Do it, do it, do it! Fine. Search. Press the switch. Yes! Departure confirmed. Territory shift sequence engaged. Yep, we're shifting from one territory to another. Extreme turbulence expected. Passengers should take caution. Do. Sparkle, 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 sparkle. Chapter 5 Abandoned Paradise. As we lay sleeping in a bed somewhere. Looking up that sort of skirt thing? I don't know. Trying to look up the shorts, I guess. White omen, question mark? Curiouser and curiouser. I'm going to have to fix you up proper, huh? I'm not sure if our manual will be of any use if you're on your kind, so I brought this super old one just in case. Does talking to you even help if you're unconscious? Oh dear, how do you reboot a human that might be unconscious? Hey, that's Seth. Dianthus is calling for you. Says she has a question about the sky whale. Yeah, this was the word for me when I didn't catch the Seth thing in chapter 4, but there is this here, which is like, boom, this clearly identifies that the omens are called Seths. I talked about this a little bit last time. Seth is the third son of Adam and Eve in the Bible, after Cain and Abel. So, if you know that, or if you're familiar with Vampire the Masquerade lore, where some of them call humans the children of Seth, while they call each other the children of Cain, you're like, oh yeah, no, Cain is coming up later in this. And Cain does, and I won't spoil what it is, but there's going to be a problem with the Cains. But it's not what you think it is. Again, can't they just relax a sec? I hate how they're being so pushy. I'm not even good at handling the sky whale anyway. Its mouth is majorly creepy. Look, I'm just passing on the message. Alrighty. Your pal's calling for me. I'll be right back, okay? Don't go anywhere. Smartass. Seriously, they appear out of nowhere and start bossing us around like they own the place. That Geist was also. Creepy girl! Who even by chapter 10 you don't really have a name for. It's nice to meet you. Or should I say, welcome back? I'm sorry for taking so long to get here. You arrived much sooner than I expected. But it's fine. It's time to wake up, Haruhi. I'd like you to go back to where you belong. Yeah, even at chapter 9, you don't really know what she is. I have suspicions, but yeah, the story hasn't confirmed it. I think she's the will of something else. Check this place out! It's called Abandoned Eden. This is our fifth city in the game. The one that's just the question marks on the screen. What's this? You're awake? It's good to see you up and about. I never thought I'd see human beings here. Life here may be slow, but it stretches on for quite some time. Apparently had a trying to get in and someone let him in. Where am I? You are in Abandoned Eden, the failed paradise, or rather, the deserted paradise. By the by, should you be slacking off? Your friends are already working hard to open the partition. Why don't you go look for them? Okay, that's literally all we get to do. What to do? We can come into places and try and see if any have chests. You do, somewhere. I don't think this one does. Yeah. We can run all we want, because it's not going to use up any energy or anything. Magic words to open a closed door. Do not make the same choice. Ah, these are coming up for later. I don't know what these are talking about. Magic words to open a closed door. 2 is odd, 3 is even. Okay. Da, 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 da. Magic words to open a closed door. It begins from 0. Yeah, that's your clue for the one of the things for unlocking the samurai class. There's a door that has like a code thing, and so you put it in 0, and then your next one is an odd number. You pick the one odd number, and the next one you pick the even number, and then the fourth number is the one number that wasn't any of the previous 3 numbers. But what do you think of our visitors? I kind of want them to leave already. They're making a big old mess, just like that guy's did. No kidding, he was creepy. I couldn't tell if it was because he was inorganic or just lacking emotion. Would I be like that if I didn't wake up? Gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. So over here, can't unlock that now, but here we have our general store, where we can get 4 of those. They will grow in 6 days, and then we can do that. Yeah, we get some recipes we'll pick up later. As we progress, we'll come back here later and buy these, but we want those because they take 6 days to harvest, and it is currently like the 21st or 22nd, so we want to get as many of those Makokos as we can. I'm Borogrove, and I have a favor to ask. I want to know more about the food humans eat, but there's no way to make human food here in Eden. You wouldn't mind making some and bringing it for me to try, would you? I'll repay you for your efforts, of course. Anywho, I look forward to seeing what you bring. This is one of those quests, yeah. I'll be right here, so if you make any more food, then please bring it to me. But yeah, I mean, even this place is named even Eden. They're very, very heavy-handed on the Adam and Eve symbolism. Oh, this place. Repair kit 2, we can't make any. We wouldn't be able to make any anyways if we had the recipe, because there's no crafting table here. Do you know what you need to do in order to stay in place? There's only one answer. You must run as fast as you can. That's what the Red Queen said. She's in a famous book that was pretty popular here at one point. Analyzing that book was tough, though. It drove some Seth into a maze of their own thoughts. I think it took them 2 whole weeks before they found a way out. We're talking about Alice in Wonderland or Through the Looking Glass. Because technically those are actually 2 books. We think of it as the Disney movie, but it's actually 2 books to make it up. The original. It was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. You could cut the tension with a knife. Is there any reason you 2 won't lend me a hand? I'm busy counting the marks on the wall. You're doing the wall? I was checking the ceiling. What are you 2 talking about? Sometimes mercenaries have to take it slow and wait for their opportunity to strike. You learn pretty quick that you need to achieve a zen-like state if you want to pass the time quickly. Or to put it in more appropriate terms, your killing time. Is that right? Come on now, enough games. You know as well as I do there isn't a single speck of dirt on that wall. You're right, these walls suck. Agreed. I should have kicked up more of a fuss when we were deciding teams. That's on you. A mercenary brain like mine is best used for fighting, not annoying, finicky stuff like that. We would only slow you down, honestly. What a sad thing to say. Ruminate on that just a moment. No, thank you. What's this? You're awake, huh? Thank goodness. I feared my heart might stop from such exciting conversation. I'm sorry to interrupt. It doesn't matter now. Could you lend me a hand? There's something I want you to take to Dianthus. It's rather delicate. Definitely not something I can trust either of these two to handle. You received a strange part. Thanks in advance. Christina. Hmm? What about that? It could be worth counting, if you don't think it'll be too hard. Bizarre. It feels like someone's eyes are burrowing into the back of my head. Probably counting the amount of hairs on his head or something like that. While we're here, chest with apple juice. Apple juice is actually really useful for late chapter 6 dungeon, where you start having floor hazards. It removes you taking damage from them. Can't activate assist, can I? Nope. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I can't get it. It's really. I could come down this way a little bit. Let's see, but I don't remember if there's anything of actual consequence in here beyond simply this. Yeah. Ooh, promise fruit. Yeah, that's their name for apples. Let's see. They also have later on, which I still haven't found the seeds on, so that's a chapter 10 thing. Moon fruits, which are bananas. Next, I should move this. Is that right? I think so. I'm having some trouble with how complex this is. Hey, you over there. Stop staring and let us a hand, won't you? No can do, sis. If you want to go outside, then it's up to you to figure out how. You should be grateful that I'm even giving you instructions. Fine. Emo, would you mind? I'm terrible at these kinds of things. Oh, sure. How curious. Hurry! You came at just the right time. Why? What's happening? It looks like we have some awkward hoops to jump through if we want to leave this abandoned Eden. He looks like he's about to cry. Would you mind taking something to Dianthus for me? Here you are, thank you. You received a strange part. I'd like you to ask Dianthus and the others what it is. We're a bit too busy to do it ourselves, you see. Emo, what happened? It feels like there's an invisible, stingy jellyfish. Maybe? Ouch. Shrika, the heck is this thing? Is there some kind of monster I can't see? What is with you two? You're being so melodramatic. Why would there be a monster here? Ow! Very well. Sure. If that's the way you want to do things. Shrika! You can't. We'll be locked in here for good, remember? Then I'll bring the whole damn wall down. Shrika, don't do this! Do. Alright. Ooh, there's a thing here. A valuable casket record, middle. Yeah, there are... If we come down here, we've got these little valuable, like, books things. So, casket record, middle. A record of a nation known as Casket. The goal of Casket is to research the records of paradise. They spend 3 nights in one Eden, and thereafter a new coffin joins the procession towards the next. But the doors to paradise do not open to those on the outside. So why are they able to open them? End of Eden 12, Growth. A story from the End of Eden. The Eden that sought growth. You are not me. If you keep using my name, then I'll... If that's how we're going to do this, then fine by me. The snake slithers into the Eden of never-ending quarrels. Partake in this apple and put an end to these feuds, he preferred. And so the fighting stopped. Then 64 became 32, and 32 became 16, until only one was left, and so she too left paradise behind. And then you got XLI, time travel. That is not Roman numerals. That's not how you would do that. A story from the End of Eden. The Eden that sought time travel. By the time the red serpent arrives, there was naught but the corpses of babies. Time travel is a lie. There is nothing here. My Eve would not be in such a place. The sinner looks to the snake and confesses their sins. The snake yawns, disinterested, and hands them a silver apple. And so the sinner too left the paradise behind. And then you have, this would be 75, End of Eden 75. Infinity. A story from the End of Eden. The Eden that sought eternity. Please let me out. But there are cytokines out there, and there is no hope in here. The snake slithers into an Eden trapped in a cycle of despair. This apple will release you from infinity, and with a bite, infinity slowly expires, leaving behind a single maiden. We held on for so long, in this place. Infinity would surely be hell, and so the maiden, too, left paradise behind. Yeah, those are what we've been picking up as little things here. They're just little valuables, books telling you about hints of the story and the timeline and blah, blah, blah. But they're not really... Can't do that yet. Yeah, we still gotta finish up the whole chapter. There's times like that in the story where you get like, oh yeah, no, I can't do this, I can't do that. Here's where we teleported in. So, you know. Do. And we come to this giant place. It's like a hangar bay. The Great Partition. Alright. Arya, would you mind handling that equipment over there? Sure, no problem. Do. Say, Dianthus, how much do you know about who I am? Why do you ask? Well... Then perhaps that would make you the Harbinger. Geist, he had a lot to say. He was one of you at some point, right? So I thought, if you want to know what exactly it is you are, then you will likely find your answer up ahead. It is something you need to witness for yourself. That is all I can say on the matter. But... Oh, hurry! You were asleep for a while. We're already almost finished. What happened while I was out? We're trying to get out of this abandoned Eden. We had to split up to work on getting that partition open. It also sounds like Geist was here at some point too, and was able to get out the same way. But I don't think following his lead is the best way to go about this. Still, we had to stop whatever he had planned before we really got to know his true intentions. That's why it's our responsibility to understand him. Agreed. What are you holding, Harvey? Dude, here's a couple parts. Take them. Now, you hand over the strange parts. You were asked to bring these? Then if I install them here, maybe. Do. Stick them in and smack the machine, and we're good to go. I think that should do it. Let's call everyone back here. You really wish to leave? Oh, give me a break. We already told you guys why. I'm only making sure. Geist ventured out of this place the same way you are about to now, and returned a shadow of his former self, like he was a completely different being. Do you still wish to go? If that's where the truth lies. If that is your answer, then very well. Jabberwocky, go with them, please. You wanted to go outside, right? Now's your chance. Right. Nice to meet you. I'll open the partition. Let's go. Watch your step and stay safe. Ruined highways. That looks to be like a Ferris wheel in the background, or like the giant wheel that you see like in a lot of in London and a lot of like English stuff, like the Doctor Who specials that take place there and so on. I forget what the actual structure is called, but this area is called Panthalassa Junction. This is what guys saw. It must have been. So he really found the coordinates to the lost Gaia. This place. Do you recognize something, Arya? No, nothing. Let's continue. There are more places you must see waiting for us. Yeah, chapter 6. That's the entirety of chapter 5. Chapter 5 is done. Boom, that's it. Chapter 6, Lost World. Break time conversations will not happen anymore. Not that we saw that any to begin with, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see, do we need to activate this one? No. Okay. So we will return home. We'll plant our seeds that we just got, the little saplings for the Makokos. It is, what, the 21st? 22nd. Ooh.
See you later.
We might get... I think it's 30 days a month? 28 is one of them, I forget. We'll see. We might get a day or two of harvestables from it, but there's 4 of them, so that's progress. A cocoa. So we'll get some of those because those are part of drawing a blank on it. What it's called? The oh, we already watered. I think looks like we did.
Drink up one, please.
Yep, we watered. Okay. And waterside biome. Nope, we got those yesterday. Cave biome. Doop, doop. All right. Yeah, floor damage guard, useful. There's a dungeon at the end of chapter 6 that has a lot of floor damage stuff. Ooh, I forgot. All there. Okay. We have a day free. Not a lot of character quests we can do. We can do Dianthus's. We have a bunch of side quests, as you can see, we can do as well. So let's do those. Work our way through, build some money up, yada yada yada. So that we can, in the future, get the recipes for our other stuff, like those level 6 or the level 2 repair and bomb kits. You know, Pet Pinky. Our weird
Bye-bye.
Todokaku mount thingy. And so, come down here on our way down. Weren't we supposed to find Unicorn here? Didn't he want us to meet him here? Oh, no, he wants us to drawbridge. Whatever. He's kind of like Press up there. He's not a, hey, you get anything of consequence from him. The most important thing you get from his is that one recipe, which you can completely bypass if you just ignore him and do all the Canelu dolls, because at 30 Canelu dolls, you get the level 3 feed thing. Speaking of, let's work over here. Turn in, see what we're at. We've turned in 6. Okay. Give it an accessory at $10. He seems pleased with this. And he gave us Simple Vitality Ring. And the Synthesis Jar recipe. That's a good recipe. We've turned in over 15 now. 19. Oh, we just need one more. Okay. The Canelo bun. It's not so much. Let's see what we got. So, for example, the Vitality Ring would be at $34.79 to $38.26. Not a huge upgrade, but it is what it is. But we got a good recipe, so you'll find some of these later on that have open spaces on them. And that recipe we picked up will let us go, okay, here's one that has, 4 blank spaces on it. And we're going to combine it with these other ones and put together our own unique crafted whatever the heck we want to do ones. So, let's go talk to Emo. Get her thing out of the way. Do some side quests in various places. We'll continue working character quests today for the next, I don't know, hour and a half or so. 2 hours. Basically until my voice gives out or I get too hungry to keep going. Oh, hurry. Thank you for visiting again. I have a promise to fulfill with the Children's Day. They should be here any moment. Emo! Hello, you two. We're here. Can we start the lesson already? I'm gonna grow up and have a pretty voice just like you. Oh, I should totally do the doctor girlfriend, I want to grow up and have a pretty voice just like you. Oh, yeah, you mentioned it in your letter. I did. I'm glad you remembered. Hey, Emo. Who's your friend? I know. There's someone Emo fancies. Fancies? I think they mean lovers. Lovers? I don't think I understand. How could you not? I don't get it either. It's, like my mom and dad stuff. No, 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 they're married, stupid. I know that. You can be married to lovers too, you know. You mean like Esla? Esla? Whatever. Enough about the lovey-dovey stuff. I want to practice already. Right, that's what we're here for. Come this way, you two. It's time to begin our lesson. Yes, ma'am. Emo gives the children a great singing lesson. Completely off screen, because we don't care. How was I this time, Emo? You're both getting very good. I'm happy we can cover so much and still have a lot of fun together. Yay! I'm amusing myself too much with these side quests now. Hey, hey, everyone's gonna think I'm awesome at the next sea shanty practice. Emo, do you mind if I invite some friends next time? If they're happy to have me as their teacher, then please do. Yay! Looks like you're a singing teacher now. A teacher? Me? Well, you're teaching. I'm gonna call her Miss Emo from now on. Oh my gosh, that's perfect! Thanks for the lesson, Miss Emo. I look forward to the next one, Miss Emo. Oh, okay. Is it really okay for them to think of me as a teacher? Well, you did teach them. Hurry. It'd be an interesting career path. A singing teacher. I never considered it. I always thought singing at the tavern was enough. But teaching the children was a lot of fun. I think it's good to follow your heart. I don't know. I don't have a heart. I'm not human. I have like a weird gill lung fish thingy that lets me speak to bubbles. Do I want to keep singing at the cavern for everyone? Or become a singing teacher? What else do you think I could do? I mean, you could be a waifu. Take your time and think about it. I mean, yeah, she is one of the marriage candidates post-game. You're right. And then they move into your second bed and hit your farm and all that, because blah, blah, blah. Like, during the course of this chapter, we'll see Ariel's going to move into the crystal thing as her own room. I'll be going back to the tavern now. Please do visit again soon, Haruhi. I think it happens after our next sleeping that Arya moves out. When we sleep tonight. But we'll find out. That is everything we can do in this town right now. So let's go. I mean, let's see. Characters. We could do Hein, we could do Dianthus. Or not Hein, Aesol. Let's do some side quests. Just to get the money out of the way. And the seeds and whatnot, because we are getting ready for fall in just over a week. We'll probably get to the end of the season today. Maybe do Quietus, and then start fall or at Quietus next time. Let's get out the other side, I think is where we want to start for all these side quests. Because we've got... No, it was the other side. Oh well, there's also one over here on this side, I guess. Running, 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 running. Let's see. Not max this one out for its tier. Okay, that's good. Doop. Wow, that thing's got a large radius. Apparently it's weak to Aria. Let's see if it's weak to this class.
Let's get this over.
Apparently not. Oh, there we go. Yes, it is. It's weak to something. Oh, no, that's not going to remove that. I do not have a drink that removes that. Whoops. Okay, we just wasted that entire combat
We should be able to
by falling down. I mean, we did learn a little bit about those guys. They are now we know for a fact that they are weak to... No, not that one. Crush. So yeah, Aria's be a good class for that. Do a little bit with the Lunamancer. Oh well. These guys are weak to ice. Switch element. And boom. And this is why I like the Avengers. This is probably what my favorite class so far of the ones that I've played. Ah, yes, the fake priest. You have some cheek chasing me all the way out here. Oh, I'm not done with you. I'll get you back for what you did to me. Enough. Both of you. Grow up, will you? Don't try running away or think again, or things will get ugly. Now, will you hand yourself in? Okay. Thanks, man. Thank you for cooperating. Well then, you'll be coming with me to Argym. But before that, there are a few things I want to clear up here and now. Yeah, we still don't know what happened. That's right. We need to work out a few things before I can take you back to Argent. Why did you impersonate a priest and block entry to that house? Well, this young boy here says that he heard fighting in there. What exactly happened that night? Alright, I'll explain everything from the beginning. That night, a burglar intruded into my house. Oh no, there's a burglar around? I had just got home from work when I bumped right into him. From there, it turned into a scuffle. That's probably what the little boy heard. I knew I heard shouting and screaming. But then, in the heat of the scuffle, I ended up shoving the burglar a bit too hard. He went flying and hit his head on the corner of a table. Ouch, that sounds bad. When I came back to my senses, I realized he had lost consciousness. That's when I knew I did something that could never be undone. Is that why you blocked entry to the house? Yes, my father used to be a priest, so I used his old clothes. I thought that if I dressed as a priest, people would listen to me and stay away from the house. No matter your reasons, impersonating a priest is an unforgivable sin. This guy's an idiot. You do understand that, don't you? Yes, I know. And what about the burglar? Is his body still in the house? No, he's right here. What? He's alive? Man, that really hurt. I thought I'd had it too, you know? But humans are surprisingly sturdy. Hmm. And... You really did me some damage, though, you know? Take responsibility, you coward. You should hand yourself in too. That's right. In the end, you were the root cause of all this. Huh? Hey, you're right. I'm the criminal here. Don't sound so excited. Look at all the trouble you've caused. These people are idiots. Now that you mention it, he is the criminal here. If you didn't break into my house in the first place, I would have had to dress up like a priest. You didn't have to do that anyways. You could have just called for the guard to say, hey, this guy's a burglar. I knocked him out. You're the one they should take away. You're busted, mister. What? But it was only a little bit of burglarizing. I only dressed up as a priest. You need to be reported. Hey, don't get carried away. You're a fraud yourself. Both of you have committed sins, albeit of varying severity. You will both come back with me to Argent. Seriously? Aw, man, I'm out of luck. I will take them back to Temple Indulgencia in Argent. So this is where we will part ways. Thank you for your help. These side quests, man. Those guys were weird and stupid. At least they're gone now? True. Life's can get pretty out of control, huh? That reminds me, I need to get home. Why? I, lied about doing my homework so I could come out. See ya. You shall not pass. Complete. Got 2,000 gorilla. Got some good seeds for next season. And now we can go do a little here, do a little there. Do a little dance, make a little love. No. No, not none of that. We are, however. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. I forgot that's got a thing to it. So we need to go around this way. Do.
Decent cake. I'm highly capable, you know.
Bam. The gels are all weak to slashing. Some are too weak to something else as well, but all weak to slashing that I found. We can come around. Oh, look. Search. This is the lady who's a liar. Speaking of lies. Is this the place? I think this is it. Yes, I think this will do nicely. For your grave. Hey, would you come here a minute? Bam! Elma suddenly throws an unknown powder on you. That flashes like a flashbang? I don't know why the screen went white. What the hell? That was a special dust that gives off a pungent scent that monsters adore. It's so strong for such a small bottle. It shouldn't be long before a monster appears. And why would you want to do that? Why? It's tragic, but you're unwittingly getting in the way of my plan. What plan? Really? You're lying to people. I suppose I'll tell you if it helps you cross over in peace. I'm a liar. My grandpa is not my grandpa. No, that's enough of that. I'm not Alvar's granddaughter. Yeah, we knew that. She was lying. She got caught in it last time. I'm not tied to him by blood. We are not related in any way. So you were just pretending. Pretty much, yes. That fool is as blind as a bat. Getting him to believe me was simple. But why? I got close to him because I desire his assets. His assets. The only reason I came here was to find the key to his fortune. What a troublesome old fool he is, hiding it in such a place as this. But once I find it, I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Who knew playing Happy Families could be so easy, and for it to have such a lucrative prize? You're doing this all for money? Really? You're terrible. I've been alone since the very moment I was born. I've clawed my way through life without once knowing what it means to be happy. This is the only way I can see some of that happiness for myself. Money buys happiness, after all. Isn't that what the world has taught us? Oh, look, monsters. And that's all I have to say on the matter. Now keep our good friends the monsters good company, won't you? Okay. Oh, wrong element. Same boost, though. Am I still doing fire? There. Oh, wait. Need to eat a little mushroom just so I have some stamina. Do. Okay, yep. That was that. We are done. Guess we need a little cutscene to say, oh, don't let her get away. Return to Argent. I don't know why we needed a cutscene to say that, but okay. We got a cutscene to say that. Do. Yep. That's why we didn't want to come that way in the first place. I was hoping I could jump over it, but I did not time it well. Sometimes you can time it to jump. Oh well, doesn't matter. We will leave. Oh, not wrong way. This way. We can leave out this way. Mine a couple things. Yeah, it looks like there's either no one's watching live today or no one's talking in chat. I'm not sure which. I do have a new setup in here where I've got a dual screen setup, so it's not like I'm playing this on the TV with the monitor being the laptop screen. I've got a proper screen so I can have the chat next to this, but I need to probably set up a second display on the other screen for like checking the analytics or something to see it so I can see if people are in here because the chat's through my OBS, not sitting in on the YouTube channel for it. Whatever, we'll figure things out. We'll improve as we go. Not like not like in the middle of the session, of course, but you know what I mean. Always looking on doing things to better the channel. Oh, Elma, you weren't injured, were you? Not at all. I told you I'd be all right. What about your friend? Didn't you return together? Oh, they carried on elsewhere since they were finished helping me. They seemed very busy. Come on, let's go inside. That's a shame. I wanted to give them my thanks, but if they're busy... Hold it right there! You! How did you get back here? You were supposed to be entertaining the monsters. You think a few monsters could stop me? I'm like the most badass person on the planet right now. Ridiculous. Elma, what is the meaning of this? I guess the jig is up. Elma! Did Elma do anything to you? Not at all, I'm okay, but more importantly, I need you to catch up to her. There's something I need her to hear. Don't worry, I'll catch her. I won't be too far behind. I'm counting on you. I may be blind as a bat, but I know my territory. Although bats aren't actually blind. It's just not that vision's their strongest sense. And she's... Oh, we got a couple things over there. Doo-doo-doo. Go across this way. We'll do hers in, and the other one is, I think, the lighthouse keeper thing. So let's finish this, then we'll come back. Yeah, that's the lighthouse keeper guy. Then we'll talk to them. Temple Indulgencia. How painfully appropriate. I struggled so hard to run away, and this is where I end up? I'm such a fool. I never really knew this town at all, did I? I have something to say to you. If it isn't the hero. So, what will you do with me? The temple's right there. You could just turn me over to a priest, which are somehow the law in this area too. Alvar has something he wanted to say. Or that's not my decision to make. What's that supposed to mean? Elma! You're such a stubborn old man. Now, we have a lot to talk about. Don't worry, I have nothing left to hide, so I'll tell you everything. I've been lying to you this whole time, claiming to be your granddaughter. It was all a ruse. All I had eyes for was your money. Money to buy happiness that I am rightfully owed. But thanks to that idiot, my great plan has fallen to pieces. Yes, the idiot who saw through you. Clearly an idiot. Hmm. So surprised you're lost for words. I knew from the beginning, you know. Pardon? From the very start? I said before, didn't I? I learned to read what's in a person's heart by listening to their voice. From the moment I met you, Elma, I knew you were desperately grasping for something. Anything. So I decided not to turn you away, and eventually I figured out what it was you've been searching for. What are you talking about? There's no way you could have. Why didn't you say anything? I was pretty puzzled to begin with. I suppose I should have turned you over to the priests. But I could feel your loneliness, and decided we could become a family. Uh, you see, Elma, deep down, I think of you as my own granddaughter. We may not be connected by blood, but I feel like we were a real family. A real family? Really? I'm sure you must know by now that I don't actually have a granddaughter. My wife passed away many years ago. Then why would you? I was beginning to think that I would wind up spending the rest of my life completely alone. But then you appeared, Elma, with the express purpose of swindling you out of every penny you own. Even so, I was happy. You cooked us meals. You even bought me a birthday present. And my voice is cracking. I couldn't help thinking that this must be what having a real grandchild is like. Ah, thank you for this past year. So, Elma, what will you do now? Are you really saying that every moment of this past year has been a lie? I'm not. Even I don't think it was a lie. No, I had fun too. I need a drink. Without this past year, I wouldn't have learned all the new types of meals that I did. But what does that matter now? I lied to you. There's no getting around that. How can you speak so kindly to me, despite all the things I've done? Because you're my family. Because I want to guide you away from the twisted path you are walking. Because it's a grandfather's job to scold his grandchildren when they're misbehaving. But there's no coming back from this. Yes, there is. You haven't stolen anything from me yet, except for my time. You have committed no crime. Except for trying to kill this person here beside me. If you feel even a little remorse for your actions, then that will be enough for me. As long as you make the lie a reality. Are you sure? I am. You are my granddaughter, who I love more than anything. You're kind to everyone and one heck of a chef. You have a warm heart deep down. And if that was all a lie, well, now's the time to start making it a reality. I would like us to become a real family, little by little. That's how you make amends. Let's go home, Elma. Didn't you promise to be to make me my favorite Brussels sprout stew? That just sounds weird. I'm sure it's probably decent if you know what you're doing. Oh, we finally got someone in here. I'm into Oron, saying that I'm into Oron High School and you're into Access Power Natalia. Yeah, Spirit 2011 weeb culture. I have a little bit of weeby stuff, but I had to go with the horror since non-binary. I mean, we could have tried to do SAO. That would have been awkward. No, that's fine. Yeah, definitely chat with me while we're doing this. Just keep in mind that I got to do the voices on these sometimes, so I'll be a little slow coming back to respond to you sometimes. But you over there, father. I heard raised voices before Temple Indulgencia. That's a terrible name for the way. The Indulgent Temple. What is the meaning of this? Well, you see. Apologies, father. I was just having a small family squabble with my granddaughter. We're headed home now. Isn't that right, Elma? Squabbling with your granddaughter? Yes, that's what I said. We may bicker from time to time, but no matter where we are, we're happy. I see. Family disagreements happen, but to be sure to honor the wisdom of your elders, young lady. Yes, father. Grandpa? What is it, Alma? I'm so sorry. Thank you for protecting me. Now why the hell would you do that? Come now, what old man wouldn't cover for his own granddaughter? Especially when you promised me my favorite dish. We've been out in the cold long enough. Let's go home. Yeah, I mean, I do like some, stuff, but I picked the Oron because this is the first real big name game, I guess we'll call it. It's not like AAA. I mean, it's still Square Enix, but, with the non-binary. I don't know why you're imagining a thick Irish accent in your head. I've tried, most of the times when I do an accent on these, they end up being weird Southern accents, which is like, boy, I tell you what, I'm going to tell you this, that, and the other, which is weird for like the medieval-ish setting, even though it's not medieval-ish. Well, yeah, it is its thing. I'm not going to spoil it. Here we go. Old lady, which I suck at the old lady voices. Thank you very much for your time. Honestly, please don't worry about it. Thank you for coming all this way. Like I said, I'm terrible at these voices for old ladies. I can't get that, great, crinkly, Oh, how are you doing, Sonny? Bye now. Uh, what are you doing here? Well, Raj asked me to find out about you. You tell Tolga all of the details. Yeah, none of these boys are right. I see. Raj wants to poke his nose in and he's got you to do it for him. Do you know that lady? Yeah. Listen, this is none of your business. I will talk to Raj myself later, okay? Sorry sent you chasing around after me. So do you like Harvestella, or did you just came here because of the Oron Host Club references to see what the game was about? Raj is trying his best, all on his own, or we can't fix the lighthouse without you. We'll go with the first one. That sounds like Haruhi. I went with the Haruhi thing because Haruhi is in canon of the Oron is kind of non-binary. It's like one of the most iconic anime-ish non-binaries, and this is a game that lets you be a non-binary. So I was like, oh, I gotta do something about that when I made my game. Why are you being so stubborn? Because I'm scared of switching the light back on. I'm scared of the lights. I've said too much. I'm going back to Shatola. I have to pronounce that correct because other times I make it sound like Shitola or Shithola. Da da da. Yeah, you never played this, but you enjoy the graphics. It's okay. It's definitely not the greatest. I think it looks better on handheld where it's not as close up, but when you have like the big screen and you're very zoomed out, you can see that they didn't put as much detail into the stuff. Excuse me, you over there? Could I talk to you for a second? Oh, it's the old lady. Excuse me, you over there? Sorry to bother you. I don't have a good voice. It's just I saw you talking to Tolga. I actually wanted to talk to you too. What the hell's he doing here? Shall we sit somewhere warm to talk? Yeah, there's nowhere like that here. We gotta go inside. Next to a fire. That's on fire. You gotta go to a fire that's on fire. Can I rob you in here? No, no chests. I see. Tolga's son is trying to revive the lighthouse. But he can't do it by himself. Poor boy, he's trying really hard, isn't he? Tolga told you both about his atonement, right? Not really. Butchered the spelling of what? I'm sure he's doing it for me. Well, for my son. What exactly has Tolga done? Well, you see, my son used to be a fisherman in Chatola. But one day he died suddenly in a boating accident. He was being irresponsible. He'd gone out to fish at night, but he was still too inexperienced for that. He must have been getting desperate because Lorelei was making it hard to catch any fish at the time. Tolga was probably nervous too. How does Tolga fit into the story? I can figure out how he fits in the story. He runs the lighthouse, and it was probably off because of Lorelei. Tolga was the one controlling the lighthouse when my son went out to fish. Your son will be safe as long as I'm in the lighthouse, lighting up his way. That's what he said to me. He feels responsible for the accident. I don't think anyone was responsible for it, except for my son going out there because he was stupid. I tried to tell him that. Everyone was trying their best to survive that night. My son, him, it was just an accident. Like one I just had in my pants. But Tolga can't forgive himself. Please do something to help him. I've tried my best, but my words aren't enough to get through to him. Yeah, I'm terrible at these old lady voices. Like, I'm terrible at getting very good female voices in general, and it's something I try on a day basis. I just have such a deep voice. It's like most of the women in my family get called sir, even to their faces. My old son always used to call me that lighthouse Chatolla's beacon of hope. No, no, none taken. He wouldn't want to see it like this with the lights out. I doubt he'll listen to me, though. He's got to talk to, he's got to get his son smacked around. It's up to you now, because I'm not going to listen to what you just told me. Go back to Shatola and tell Raj what you found out. No offense taken. I mean, I could just be like, son taken. But no, it is what it is. I'm just bad. I'm still getting used to doing all the voices. Some of these scenes that have like 8 characters in it, it's like, oh god, I gotta come up with different voices for every character. So if you came here, I guess, looking for Harvestella or the Oberon side of things, I'm not sure which attracted you. What is it that brought you here? Since you're the first time I've actually had someone who's actually been in chat, actively paying attention and chatting with me while I'm playing. Most of my streams, everyone watches it after the fact. And we have seeds, stuff we can plant for later. Next season. Let's make some food. Let's see, I made. Nope, I can't make those. I can make those. But yeah, I mean, do you like Harvestella? Are you a big fan of like the RPG sim, life sim, farming sim, whatever hybrids? Were you attracted because you just saw Harvestella or oh, you searched for Harvestella? I don't know. Have you checked out any of my other videos? I've gotten most of my videos that people actually pay attention to are the honestly my couple informational ones. I did 2 different level like tiered ones for the farming aspects. One talking about quietus, and I just did one the start of a series this early this week about the job classes. Hey, Haruhi, sorry, I know you're sleeping, but what's wrong? Is it's so late? I know, sorry. Look, I've decided to leave this house. But I want to be with you. You're my waifu. You're the only one that's on the box other than me. This game doesn't care about anyone else. It almost sounds like you're professing your love for me. Who says I'm not? You know, that crystal in the Northern Village Square? I'm moving in there. It looks like a decent place to live. As long as it doesn't, vanish to other parts of the world. I got some research done in there as well. And it's not like we can keep living together forever anyway. Why not? I mean, we hardly got off to the best start living together. I know, I saved your life, and you were like, screw you, I gotta go home to the past, or the future, or wherever the hell I'm from. So, I'm leaving tonight. Living with you wasn't all that bad. See you around. Traitor! Hardly any experience for the day. We got some gold, though. Yay. Summer breeze. Day 23. We got about this in 7 more days till the end of the season. We might get through the end of the season by the end of today's session. I'll be streaming a little over hour and a half or so left.
Whoa!
It's Saturday night or
Anything
Sunday
in
night,
particular
so
to do?
it'll be about 9 o'clock, 9:30ish Eastern time when I stop. So, people gotta go to bed. I understand that. Gotta get up early for work tomorrow morning. Oh wow, we've got a lot of those. We'll come back to those in a minute. Let's take care of the farm first.
Hello, little
Harvest
crappies.
everything.
Hello, little crappies.
Hello, little crappies.
Hello, little
They
crappies.
really need more dialogue options for the fairies.
Hello, little crappies.
I mean, some of them have a couple variations, but
Hello, little
she's
crappies.
got like one.
Hello, little crappies.
Yeah, the most boring aspect of every day in this to watch, I'm well aware, is just the hey, I gotta go
Creatures are
through,
simply bursting to be
gather all my stuff that
harvested.
I did for the day, maintain the farm, blah blah blah. It's fun to do when you're playing, you just want to chill and relax, but I'm well aware that it's not the most exciting thing to watch. Let's see, we're gonna sell that, sell that. We'll keep those, keep that. Boop, boop, boop. And grab some more of these to do stuff with. Yay. Let's see. 3 of those. So you've been checking out Harvestella a lot, but you haven't played it? Or is it something you're just interested in? Or is it one of those ones that you just don't have the time, so you just watch people play it, or what? Um, I don't have anything there for that. Stardew Valley's a good one. Horizon Zero Dawn is not one that I play on this channel. Stardew Valley would fit. Uh, Chrono Trigger, Trials of Mana, both good games, but not ones that would fit for this channel. Roblox Horror, I haven't ever played anything Roblox. Alan Wake, I played a bit when it first came out on what was it, the 360 bit days. Uh, Hollow Cure, I've never played, and Half Life I played. So it's not a bad list of games you stream for, that you look for. So it's kind of an eclectic. You're not necessarily set on the farming slash crafting life sim hybrid with RPGs that my channel's dedicated to. Which, that's cool. Everyone has their things. I'm looking when I finish this to try and figure out what we're going to move on to next for the next main thing for here. It might be Rune Factory. It might be my time at Sandrock and my time at Portia, since that's a series. I'll figure something out. Let's see. That's that jelly. Let's find something else I can make a jelly out of. Um, yeah, the most exciting part of each day is watching me do these things. Like, yep, I'm gonna do this next, and this next, and this next. Do let's do berry jam if I can. I forget if that's the one you can do jam on. Oh, no desserts. Yes, I can make berry jam. I can do that.
There's a letter for you.
So all of these. So yeah, you're like me. You've got a really eclectic thing. I mean, here I can show you, you know, my software library to give you an idea of. Yeah, it's all over the place. Got the cyberpunk stuff, your cozy games, puzzle games, Assassin's Creed, the Atelier series or Atelier, all the modern ones, Comic Drops, Borderlands. You get an idea. It's like all over the place. So, yeah, they're not necessarily what we dedicate the channel to, but yeah, those are all good games. Um, let's see. Made my coffee. I've got apple juice already, so I don't need to make an apple juice. I think I've got orange juice too. Watch it mix and stuff, yeah. Exceptionally long or exceptionally difficult, yeah. Harvestella is not either. Um, it's Persona is exceptionally long, but not exceptionally difficult. I love this the Mega 10 series, all Mega 10 stuff. Harvestella is. I think the only reason Harvestella is kind of long is just because all the side quests and all that. I mean, it's a JRPG, but it's like the older school ones where it's outside of like certain characters, nobody's that in depth to it. There's no voice dialogue, so I gotta voice it all. Um, it's not inherently bad, but it's not inherently great either. Um, it just is what it is. Where do I want to put it in here? Thing and yeah, we'll do one of those. We'll just throw in a tomato juice. Finish my last processing machine. And what are the crops? Yeah, this is like I said, this is not the most exciting part of the game. I mean, I could try to make fun of it, like pull it dangerously funny, but this game's not good enough for that. I don't think. It's you got the characters, and it is what it is. It's like Stardew Valley dedicated itself to the characters, but like I was joking earlier with the bartender. He has an entire 3 side quests to him, and you learn his name is Leon B. Shime and all of this stuff, and yet he's still only ever called bartender. That it's one of those like the old school JRPGs where they're like, yeah, we only care about. Yeah, you get bored in a couple of weeks just from grinding. It depends on the game. It really does. Some games are absolutely boring with grinding, um, and I can definitely see that. This one can be. It's one of the things that's like I'm struggling with on my personal time. I have 2 different save files. This one where I'm playing Haruhi, and another one that I got from the demo where I just went like whatever, we'll just pick the name that's most obvious, call it Stella. And that one I'm like almost post game, but I've got because of my videos I'm doing on it, I'm like, oh, I gotta go grind out all of the job classes up to get all the max tiers so I can demonstrate what all the abilities do and what their radius is and blah blah blah. So yeah, I definitely get that. Some games do the grinding beautifully and some do not. Oh, here we go, Braca. I'll be hanging out near Lethe Village, but not because I want to see you or anything. Don't you dare talk to me if you see me. I don't want you sticking your nose in my personal business. It's what's best for both of us. Got it? Braca. A recent report, Shrika. It feels like so long since I last wrote to you. Really? You don't think Tales of Vesperia was great? I think most people consider that the best Tales game. It feels like so long since I last wrote to you. A couple days. I have been quite busy dealing with the situation surrounding the Anti-Mother, but we have made great strides where that is concerned. Would you mind visiting the temple when you have the time so we may discuss them in detail? I am sorry that you are once again wrapped up in our troubles, but I look forward to seeing you. Yours sincerely, Shrika. I need some help from Emo. They named her Emo. Yeah, random encounters can kill a game. I love the Suikoden series, and Suikoden 4 is often considered one of the worst titles in there because of how frequent the random encounters are for that one. And it's like just that. Like I was watching the recent video today. It's like an hour long retrospective of the entire series. And this guy's like, yeah, I think 3 is the worst, but most people think 4 is the worst. And it's absolutely because of the random encounter rate for 4. There was someone with a scary look on their face at the bar. It did not change no matter what kind of song I sang. They did not look as though they were having fun at all. I told the bartender, but I'm still worried. What should I do, Harvey? Emo. Yeah, Vesperia's got a great story. And that for that, it's really how you like to grind. It's the combat system. Like this Harvestella's combat system is not well fleshed out like the Tales game series. The Tales put heavy emphasis on their, you know, action, like active time combat. This one is just like, yep, you stand in place and you swing your thing a couple times, and oh, maybe you can do it as one ability. From the bartender, it's about Hein. Apologies for the sudden letter, but I'm worried about Hein. He's been not looking too hot. Hasn't been sleeping and barely eats. Anyway, could you check on him in his atelier when you've got a minute? Or don't. I ain't your boss, bartender. We know your name, dude. Yeah, I keep harping on that, but that's one of those things that it's kind of an example of the detail they put in this game. I think it could have been so much better because it's Square Enix. Apparently, there's been another incident in Argent. It's a good opportunity for us to get a clue on who our attacker could be. Let's head over there right away. I'll wait for you in Argent. From Istina. No particular reason for this one, from Cress. Would you mind coming to the clinic when you have a moment? I've been so busy with research. I've hardly spoken to anyone but Dim in so long. Your brother's name is Dim, and he actually is. I need a change of pace. Anyway, please only stop by when you really don't have anything else to do. Thank you. Elma, about the future. Grandpa told me to write this letter, so here it is. Every uneventful day has passed just like the last ever since. It's been one day. It's like who I really am doesn't matter. I think about it every now and then, but then I remind myself that Grandpa never cared who I was, and he probably never will. Anyway, sorry for causing you all that trouble, Elma. I want out of jail, blocking priest. I'm writing you this letter from inside my cell. Did you hear the stories about the ghosts that haunt this place? I hear stuff at night, it's like coconut sound. But whatever it isn't human. I think the geezer who got caught with me can hear it too. It's probably the grieving and prisoners who face judgment for us. What do you think's going to happen to me from that guy passing as a priest? Hooray! Yeah, this is our secondary ones I just started today, for your reference.
Bye bye.
I do, starting today, we're doing like my odd numbered sessions, like this is episode 11, are dedicated to mostly side quests and character quests because the character quests are important to unlock your higher classes and blah 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 with this. And then my even numbered ones, which I do on Saturdays, are going to be the ones that are more dedicated to the main story. Trying to get through it, like time this out so that it's about the same time that I run out of stuff to do for my weekly, once a week informational videos. I also run out of stuff in the main story for the streams. So before I move on to my next game, whichever it's going to be, I'm going to put a vote for that up before too long. Hey, you, do you know of a village or settlement near here? Other than the one that we're standing in right now? This close to Lethe? Can't say I do. You sure about that? Maybe. I don't know the area all that well, so I can't say for sure. What do you mean, maybe? Do you know or don't you? Well, spit it out! I don't know what I know. I mean, I know what I don't know. You're scaring him. Hardy, did you really have nothing better to... Hey, I'm not done talking to you. Whatever. I'll just ask someone else. Hey, you. Me? How can I help you? Is there a village or a settlement near here? The kind of place you could see people living in? I'm sorry, I have no idea. For crying out loud, is there a single human on the star who might know? Why do they keep calling it a star? They alternate between calling this a star and calling it a planet. I don't know if this is a localization error or what. I know I heard someone say that the Spanish, I've talked about this in previous streams, the Spanish translations, for example, like the lemon trees that you saw me harvesting earlier that grow in summer, it says on their description that they harvested in fall. Like there's definitely been some localization issues with this game. Not as many in English, I don't think, but I'm sure there are some. And I think the star versus planet thing is one of them. Please excuse me, I remembered I have somewhere to be. Maybe if you tried being nicer? I don't have time for nice. Based on their sphere of activity, their next assault will be on a settlement near here. Make no mistake. There are a lot of people in Lethe, so they won't want to draw attention by attacking it. They must be aiming for a smaller settlement somewhere nearby. If I just knew the location, then this would go a lot faster. But here we are. Hey, Haruhi, you're from Lethe too, right? Outside, bird's eye brain. But close enough, yeah. I want to speak with Lethe's mayor. Can you arrange a meeting? Dude is boring as hell. Don't do it. It's urgent. Please, Haruhi. You tell me what this is about first. I need a drink. I just can't catch a break with you, can I? There's a good chance a Hallowed is lurking around here. A monster not much different from Kierkegaard, who we fought back in Argent. His name is Amadeus. Amadeus. You're looking for revenge. I am. Slaying that thing is my only reason for existing. Not even eating or breathing or any of that other stuff. So, I'll ask you again. Arrange a meeting for me with the mayor. Fine, we'll go to the mayor's house. Who sounds like he's always half asleep. You want to know if there's anyone living near the outskirts of Lethe? Yes, I don't need the exact location, but if you know of any settlements near here, it'd be of great help. There might well be. Really? Yes, a small hamlet of people, but they don't interact with us here in Lethe. So I'm afraid I can't really tell you any more than that. Ah, okay. No, thank you for your help. Knowing it exists at all helps me a great deal. I can find it by myself from here. Are you gonna let me help you? I clearly need to remind you again. Keep your nose out of my business. Rocco, was it? You look like a man with not a lot of time left. That's right. Yeah, why is he not named Emo? Yeah. He's edgelord. Well then, let me give you this. A map of the area. Are you sure? By all means. A friend of Haruhi is a friend of mine. And I'm going to frequent your host club one of these days. Once you guys get it going. Thank you. Haruhi? I don't know what that man is up to. Revenge? But I want you to do what you can to help him. Of course I am. This is his social link. He has a grave air about him. Whatever it is, it's dangerous. I'm already on it, old man. Now give me the game. I want to whack you with it. That's reassuring to hear. You take care too, Haruhi. Understand? I want to know how his cloak. You want his cloak? I want to understand how the heck his hood is up, like hovering halfway up and down his head. Like, look at this. It's not over his head. It's not behind him. It's just sitting there, hovering. Like, the top of the back of his head. It's a magical hood. You're not getting away this time, Amadeus. Amadeus, Amadeus. Yeah, I'm working on these because you gotta get these guys to level 6 and all these little social link things before you unlock the third tier of all their classes that you get from them. So it's like looking at my jobs, you can see I've got unlock, unlock, unlock. Gotta get all of these. I mean, even the ones that I'm like, yeah, really well and done. Like this is his class that is the one I use the most. I've unlocked enough panels, but this one I've maxed out until basically the end game. This one I could do with more with, but I just need one more and I can unlock the final tier. This one so that's why we're starting to do these second ones where I'm just doing side quests and character quests and robbing the people whenever I go to their houses if they've got treasure chests. I've never watched Red Homestuck. I'm familiar with it enough, but it's not something that I was actually ever got into. Oh, here we go. Let's go talk Bug Crest while we're in town. Hey, duck. Here, have him try this. I made it in pill form, but there's a soluble one too that you could dissolve in water. That might be easier for him. Thank you so much. Oh, Haruhi, do you mind waiting? I'm with someone at the moment. Yeah, I can see that. I'm just gonna stand here, watching. Anyway, that's about it. Give it to your brother and let me know if anything changes. Yeah, doctor-patient confidentiality. Sure. Um, what's wrong? Is it okay to keep going on like this? It's gotten so bad that he can't walk on his own. And he sleeps all day. He even looks pained when he's asleep. Yeah, he's dying. That happens. Dr. Kress. Be honest, my brother can't be cured. That's the truth, isn't it? Well, that's... Other doctors take one look at him and refuse to help. They say he's too far gone. And all I can do is stand by him and watch him suffer. Look, you've been honest with me, so I'll be the same with you. The plight is incurable. There is no recorded example of anyone recovering from it yet. But I'm not about to back down. I will fight this disease. Do you mean that? Trust in Cress, and your brother, and me, the awkward stranger standing here watching you two, listening in and violating your confidentiality. Okay, I'll do that. I'm sorry for being so harsh. It's not like I'm a doctor or anything. You're his family. I'd be surprised if you acted any differently. I will do my utmost to create a cure. So please, wait just a little longer. Okay. Yeah, you gotta make fun of this game. It's just, you know, Square Enix has released some great games. I mean, everyone knows about Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. I love the World Ends with You Go ones. We got Nier, etc. They are the top tier JRPGs. This was one that, I mean, they released like 20, like 15, 20 games last year just alone. So they're not all great quality. And oh, looks like hopefully this isn't breaking up for you. It looks like my stream quality, my internet was spiking there a little bit. Thank you for supporting me there, Haruhi. Neither of us wants to give up. Outbursts like that really aren't all that rare, especially from family members. No shit. And it has nothing to do with the quiets. Everyone's the same. We all want to help, but sometimes there's nothing we can do. That's why we have to do everything in our ability to reassure and support them. and smack them upside the head when they need it. But do I have what it takes? Is my bitch slap hand strong enough? Nobody has been able to find a cure for this disease yet. Yeah, you still have to give it your all. Thank you, Hari. I needed to hear that. I'm not the type to give up easily. If there's a solution, then it's the doctor's job to find it. The doctor, as in the doctor, not me. You know, go find the Time Lord. Even so, it's hard when there hasn't been a single development made. All we need is something small. But until we find that, my hands are tied. Cakey. Okay. Your parents looked into it too, right? Well, my dad did leave some of his research materials behind. But I already looked through it all years ago and didn't find anything new. It's too late for that. What if we read it one more time? I guess it has to be worth trying anything at this point. Okay then. I'll go through my parents' findings again and see what I can find. One pair of eyes should be enough. Why don't you go on home and get some rest? Why don't you get a second pair of eyes in the form of your brother, whose name is Dim? Oh, right, his name is Dim. Your parents knew all we needed to know about him. Wouldn't it be faster if I stayed? There's a lot of technical language in there that you won't understand. But your brother would, probably? It's fine, I've got this. If I find anything, then I'll let you know. Oh, yeah. Dr. Phil, Jerry Springer, any kind of daytime show like that, these characters absolutely could be on them. You know, you got to make fun of this game. It's the best way to enjoy it. If you try to take it too seriously, it's just like it's not great JRPG, like epic, Persona, Mega 10 storytelling. They don't have the dedication to each individual character that something like Stardew Valley or Story of Seasons has. It's trying to be too many things at once, and they need a little bit time longer to cook it, but it's not bad, it's just not as good as it could have been. I know, I rip on it a lot, but I do like it. I'll be counting on you to bring me any new materials I might need, even though I'm probably not going to ask for any more actual materials, because this is like level 7 of our social link. I'll speak to you later. Yeah, level 7 of the social link, I called it. And so, like, the next 3 are like, oh, we're going to find stuff letter notes, and oh, hey, we're going to respond to that, and then, okay, here's what we finally learned from it all. It works just like the social links of Persona, without the tarot motif behind each one. Hers is in a lot of ways very similar to the Tei Takemi of Persona 5.
This early in the morning.
Yeah. Dim, you went to Higan Canyon. Do you have a death wish, or are you just not thinking at all? Dude, I did that like 4 chapters ago? Do you not update anything? Yeah, like I said, his name is Dim for a good reason. Some of these characters are just, yep. I exist. Ooh. I wish I could jump down off of this. Half the time I forget I can jump, and the other half the time I'm like, why can't I jump there? Oh wow, that's not going back to chapter 3. She's talking behind. More secure job. Speaking of that, there's that cute guy from Nemia that was at Christmas Clinic. He's talking about Aesol, blah, blah, blah. We don't have that much money for things, do we? Yeah. We have a few, but we're near the end of the month, so we'll save up some gorilla, as it's called. Makes me think of that, Michael Jackson song. Gorilla! Gorilla! Just need to have, like, the zombie dancers. Alright. Whose side quests do we have available to us? Basically everybody. And what actual quests? We have Shatola, Jade Forest, Arjen. Oh, right, we have that there. Let's do the Jade Forest while we're passing through. Get our sticks. to build a snowman. Yeah, I should have totally done that side quest during the episode that I titled, Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Do you want to build a snowman? And claim it's part of work. Bizarre localization names, yeah. I mean, most of the names are okay, but then you got emo. But, I mean, most of the characters don't have proper names. You know, they're just like bartender. He has a portrait, he has a name that we get through a side quest, but we call him bartender. And that happens a few times. You got the same time the city of Shatola, you have landlord. Later on during that side quest where we learn the bartender's name and all that, he becomes ex-landlord. It's like, guys, I get that you don't want the same insane level of whatever on your side characters that some stuff has, but let's try to be somewhat paying attention to what's going on. No, he's weak to this. Oh, we'll kill him fast then. This class is fun, but it's just so slow. Like, you create little black holes to suck all your enemies in. Ooh, iceproof ring. Which is useful, I don't know where, ever. I can't think of any ice-dealing enemies. Let's see, I have nothing for you guys, do I? Like, no, I don't. Maybe I do. Nope, you guys aren't weak to that. You're just weak to her. Yeah, it's also weird with, like, the elements that they do here. Like, most games will be like, okay, this is your water element. Or maybe you have water and ice. This one's got, like, water, ice, and wave? The hell is wave? You know, and how does it differ from water? And then you've got the class, the Woglinda, which deals water and wave damage with its attacks. And it's like, tell me? Oh, I don't know that I would say it's my least favorite. You know, I'm not a huge Square Enix fan, but I mean, all of their stuff is, even within the same series, will be mixed quality. I mean, you know, Final Fantasy 13 got ripped on for good reason, but it wasn't as bad. I mean, it's not as bad as everyone made it out to be either. Final Fantasy 2 can be, the actual one is insanely boringly slow, if I'm thinking of the right one. It's like the way, if you've watched Sword Art Online, how they describe the leveling system there. So it's like, to level up your hit points, you have to keep taking hits. So the only way to really grind your levels up is to sit there and get beat on for hours on end by, you know, weaker enemies. And now you got to do this to level up that thing. They're just slow and repetitive. You know, Square Enix tries things out. They don't always work. And there's a lot of Square Enix titles I just haven't played, so I can't judge on those. Like, they had the two that came out last year that they're called Voice of the Cards or something like that. I haven't played them. So, hey, you're back. Did you get the sticks? We're gonna build a snowman. And it's totally worked for the temple. Whoa, these are really strong. They're perfect. Now, just to put this one in the snowman here. And done. Yay! Those kids are gonna be so happy. So what job was this again? Hold on, they'll be here any minute now. Ah, there they are. Hide! Run away! Wow, the snowman is back together again. Oh, I gotta do the your voice is so pretty. The little young girl that I was doing earlier. Hee hee, I told you. Anything you wish for in the confessional comes true. Wow, incredible. It really worked. I can't keep doing that. I'm sorry. I'll need to go there sometime soon. Why not go right now? I'll come too. I need to say thanks for fixing the snowman. Okay. Yeah, there are different types of waves, light waves, etc. But it's literally a water wave class. It's the Wooglinda is like your water plus wave, and it's from your Siren team member, and you get it in the water temple section of everything, and it's blah. No, it's fine. Woo! Looks like I finished it just in time. It only took like 8 days because you started this quest last session or the session before. Whatever. We don't care. Isn't it lovely? The two of them looked so happy. What did they say about a confessional? Oh yes, about that. I forgot to mention. You know how I'm a priestess, right? Well, I work in the temple and the Oh no! I just realized something. Oh my! Those kids just said they're going to the confessional, didn't they? I gotta get there. I need to hurry back. I can't be caught playing bookie or hooky. There you are. I finally found you, prodigal priestess. I know that voice. I can't believe you. What are you doing here? Brother, you see, uh, uh, I don't want to hear any excuses. Come back to the temple at once. Yes, brother. Totally playing hooky, but it was for the job. Literally. So, yeah, I have to go now. If you have time later, please come to the temple. I'd like to thank you for helping with the snowman. Well then, bye now. Try visiting the temple later on. Yeah, another side quest, blah blah blah. Oh, we got that one done. Oh, no, we gotta go up there to meet her. She's got a series of side quests you can do for her that are all like, here, we gotta go answer people's requests in the confessional and blah blah blah. And it's like, do you not know what a confessional is, lady? Ah, Justina. Thick-thighed assassin. Thanks for coming, Harvey. So, as I said in the letter, those incidents are occurring in the capital now as well. The victims were injured, but nothing life-threatening as of yet. At least there were no casualties? Question mark? Yes, thank goodness, but we can't be complacent. I mean, technically, if they've been injured, those are casualties. Casualties isn't just deaths. The attacker might still be lurking somewhere in the capital. Let's try the temple first, and ask them about the incidents. That's a rather uncouth way of gathering information, wouldn't you say? Seriously, look at this. Like, she has to be cold in this dress. We're in a place of eternal winter, and she's got slashes and cuts and barely covered thighs. And they're thick thighs, like she could give Ryza a run for her money. Who's that? Wait, I know that voice. So you are still alive then, Miss Shadow Assassin? Or rather, Istina? Rosny, is that you? Is she your friend? Your enemy? She coming to kick your butt? Hi, I'm Rosny. I'm one of Istina's... colleagues. No, you're not. Stop it, Rosny. I'm not one of you anymore. Oh, that's right. You left our organization, so what are you doing in a place like this? You want to come back to my place? Me? Doesn't matter. That's not what I came for. Hmm? Then, what did you come for, Rosny? Well, that's obvious, isn't it? You're the one going around calling yourself the Shadow Assassin, aren't you? Excuse me, isn't that my line? Last time I checked, you were the Shadow Assassin. Hmm. Huh. You mean it's not you? Those attacks weren't the organization's doing? No, we have nothing to do with it. Why do any characters in a JRPG dress the way they do? That's an easier question to ask. I'm searching for the attacker myself. You expect me to believe that? It's up to you what you want to believe. I have no intention of fighting with you. But we could wrestle. You look like you're telling the truth. Hurry. I get it. I wouldn't trust me either if I were in your position. So I'll leave it at that. For now. Wait, Rosny. Come back. Oh, wow. Looks like my signal is in the red. Oh, now we're back. We're back in green. We're having a few internet hiccups today. I'm trying out a new internet thing because the house internet sucks. So hopefully you're not getting too many hiccups. Do you want to go after her? No, let's leave it. We won't be able to catch up to her now anyway. She's all of 10 feet away. Hmm. Sorry, Haruhi. Let's take a break from our search for now. Do you have a moment to talk instead? I mean, we were talking, but sure. Let's take another moment. I feel like I should probably tell you a bit more about my past. And the band of assassins I used to belong to. They're a J-pop band, by the way. Called the Assassins. That's why I dress this way. Do, do, do. This is the one thing I don't like about this game is just the uh, the audio quality. It's like, and I showed this earlier in the stream. The I have my music down at like halfway point and everything else cranked up, and yet the music is so overpowering compared to the other audio because there's just not a lot of environmental audio. There's barely any voice acting. It's all in combat, etc., etc. Anyways, continuing with this, they used to call us the dealers of death. Yeah, that's what you usually call assassins. We were involved in all kinds of disputes. Political assassinations, family feuds, you name it. There are always hundreds of silent wars going on in the world that you'd never hear about. Oddly enough, because there's only 4 real cities in this world. Hey, as long as you can hear me fine, yeah. It's not that it's showing that the internet's kind of getting slower. It's like a color code thing from like green to red, and it was down to red for a second there. But yeah, as long as you can hear me. And when people don't want to get their hands dirty, they call on a group like ours to do it for them. Yeah, that's what assassins are for. They're paid killers. We killed anyone for the right price. We lived by the motto, never get caught. Not never surrender. If no one saw you do it, then it wasn't you. That's the kind of people we were. You know, assassins. Heartless killers. Dealers of death. Again, assassins. How did you end up with them? That's the only way of life I ever knew. By the time I was old enough to understand, I was already in too deep. But yeah, it was, if you're thinking of it, you can hear me okay. No, it's more the matter of like, if I'm playing this without like the dialogue here, it's like the music is just so overpowering and overwhelming and loud it is. So it's like I make fun of the music all the time in all of my streams because it's other things. It's like, hey, I got this here, I got this here, I got this here. You have all the other stuff going on, or something like my time at Porsche or Sandrock. You're like, oh, I've got to do this and this and this and this and this and this. So the music is an ambient and it blends in. And here it's the only noise you really hear in the game. A lot of other members fell into it the same way I did. Rosny is one of them. We're about the same age, so we used to work together a lot. It was special. We grew up taking lives for a living. But you've left now, right? Yeah, I'm not with them anymore. I betrayed them. I didn't just leave, I had to betray them. One day I realized I couldn't do it anymore. That's the day I decided to leave. And well, you know the rest. No, you haven't told me what happened then. We'll find that out throughout the course of the social link. Well, now you know about my past. And that booty. As much as I'd like to, I can't erase it. Not the booty, the past. And I can't act like it didn't happen. So, what now? I don't know. But now that I'm caught up with them again, I can't just go back to normal. Sorry, Haruhi. I need some time to process all of this. I'll send you a letter in a day or two. I need to figure out what to do next. Yeah, don't rush into any decisions. I won't. I'll write to you again when I've calmed down. Do 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 do. Gotta make fun of the music. Because it's literally the only audio this game basically has. Like I saw when it first came out, I saw people like writing reviews on elsewhere complaining that there's no voice dialogue and it's because it's not the cutscenes, it's all like combat dialogue. Heading on up to the temple, gonna go spy on the priests, do, having fun. But yeah, if you wanted more interested in checking out my streams regularly, I do. I just changed my time, so it'll be 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on Saturdays and Sundays is when I start, and then I run for about 4 hours. You are truly something else. I can't believe you were out there making snowmen when you were supposed to be in the confessional. I'm so sorry. You could play in the snow all you wanted if you were a laywoman, except you're not. You're an ordained member of the Order, and I would expect you to follow at least the most basic of rules. No fun, ever. Yes, I understand. Your duty is to stay in the confessional and listen to what the townspeople have to say to you, and we will shackle you in there if we have to. Listen and listen only. Do not meddle any further. I think you'd better toughen up before your meddling goes too far, and you do something you regret. I don't regret anything. I know the people of Argent are all good people. Because I have, rose-tinted whatever contacts or something. I don't have glasses. I've made my point. Now behave yourself and get back to the confessional. Or else. Uh, oh, I'm so sorry you had to see something so embarrassing. I mean, serves you right for slacking off? No, he was angry at me for something else. Anyway, shall we talk outside? I need some fresh air after the lecture I just got. I don't want to go back outside. It's warmer in here. And I got a party member to talk to. One of my hosts. Or I guess she's a hostess. This host club has got more than male hosts, and with one non-binary member now. Hello, Haruhi. Thank you for coming. I know you just arrived, but a lot has happened. Allow me to update you. First, the Order. Progress is being made in suppressing the chaos within, albeit slowly. Following that would naturally be the decision as to who will become the Order's next leader. But that's not a decision to be made lightly. Everyone wants you, you know. We're just gonna say, what about you? Because everyone wants you anyways. Shrika? I'm not sure. Especially since I still don't know if becoming matriarch is what I should do. Anyway, we then have the matter concerning the sect of the Anti-Mother, which, sadly, hasn't improved. If anything, it's gotten worse. Well, yeah, we're only on, stage 4 of your social link. It has come to my attention that there are now members of the congregation who have turned to the Anti-Mother. I couldn't believe my ears when I first heard. But now we've got one of them. It's hard to feel safe. Well, that's worrying, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Multiple religions? It has actually made me quite curious. But we must be suspicious of members of the Order from now on, too. You should have been to begin with. You're the Church. Sister Shrika! Why the panic? Has something happened? We apprehended a priest who was selling counterfeit floss indulgencia to the people. Surely not. I wish to speak with them. I thought you may. Please follow me. Haruhi, please join me. Yeah, sure, I don't talk much. You know, I like to listen. I like to watch. Sister, Shrika. I am told you were selling counterfeit floss indulgencia in the town. Is this true? Yes, it is. Did you forget about what happened? Your actions will only cause further upheaval in the hearts of the people. What on earth are you trying to gain? Sister Shrika, do you accept the teachings of the Holy Mother? What kind of question is that? You must be well aware of the situation the Order currently finds itself in. Without a patriarch to represent it, the Order is in chaos. Perhaps. However, with the Order in this state of disarray, the Holy Mother will neither grace us nor deliver us. Okay, I have begun to harbor doubt. Is it really okay to continue following the Holy Mother's teachings? Putting the teachings of the Holy Mother first will change nothing. Is it really necessary for her to take a tangible form in order for her to save the Order, or change our circumstances? What makes you think she doesn't have a tangible form already? Maybe you're talking to her. Maybe it's that lady right behind you. She looks old enough. What if the prospect of deliverance was all a farce? Like, what? Like every religion in any Square Enix title? So you sell fake floss indulgencia? Exactly. That is why I am collaborating with the sect of the Anti-Mother, to deliver the Order from its current state without needing to rely on the Holy Mother. To protect the world from devastation. Oh wait, no, that's wrong game. Or not even, that wasn't even the games. That was the anime. You know, harassment isn't the way to do it. I don't believe the Anti-Mother's methods are wholly correct, but it is better than doing nothing, than allowing the Order to drift without purpose. But the Flus Indulgentia is meaningless. It's worse than meaningless. There are still those to whom it brings a sense of peace. Even if it isn't real, it is better than nothing. You will realize soon enough, Sister Shrika. Take him to the cells immediately! Do-do-do, please forgive me, Sister Shrika. We allowed him to speak too long. No, it is fine. It was I who asked to speak with him, after all. Don't take what he said to heart. Yeah, that's a Haruhi thing to say. I need water. I'm fine. There is no need to worry. However, I couldn't argue his point. He's not wrong, you know. Thinking about the Order the way that they do. Creating a new religion without need of the Holy Mother. Deliverance in the form of a false sense of security. I couldn't completely fault his thought process. Still, that doesn't mean we can allow the sect of the Anti-Mother to run rampant as they are now. So I'm going to turn your question back on you. What is your most favorite Square Enix title, and what is your least favorite? For me, most favorite is probably the original World Ends With You. I love it. I love the wonky controls. They were fitting with what it is. Like, I have the Switch version. It's okay, but it's just not as good. Still, that doesn't mean we can... Oh, wait, we already said this. The sect of the Anti-Mother are rampant as they are now. If sham products of relief continue to spread, it will harm relations between the Order and its followers. We can handle them together. I have a sword. That's sometimes a staff. That's sometimes a gun. That's sometimes a... whatever. I agree. More who think like that man will continue to surface, as long as chaos remains within the Order. There's not a moment to spare. We must revitalize the Order. We must do things, and I alone will take it from here, Haruhi. I will contact you again if anything happens. Go away. Leave me. You are dismissed. Do. Bat charge and magic tech. Alright, it's 5 o'clock in the day. We have hardly any stamina. Who can we do stuff with? We can do emo, we can do Pine. Let's head over to Nemi and do Acels. Just because he's such a good tank character, and we want that extra defense when we put him in the party. So, we'll return home. Kinda, yeah. I mean, you have the weapon. It's called, what is it called on you? Crochets. But whatever your class is, it becomes a different weapon. So, like, if you're the Shadow Walker, which is Estina's class, the Assassin class, it's a pair of swords. If you're the Fighter, it's that weird mechanical sword. If you're a Mage or the Lunamancer, it's a staff. If you're the Avenger, it's like a rifle / long barrel pistol. And somehow it also is like your defenses upgrading that. So it is what it is. It's a weird thing. But like here, like I am this, and now it's a staff, and now it's a gun. It's also a gun. Thank you for coming, Haruhi. Shall we get moving? We need to try and find some clues to what's going on. Oh, by the way, we're being watched by that dragon thing up there. I get the feeling that we might find something in the Heaven's Egg. And something for the fighter class again. Look! Yeah, I saw them before you did, dumbass. It's a dragon! That's not how a dragon looks, but whatever, you call it a dragon. So they have been coming outside again. We should kill it quickly. We should kill it. It's not doing anything. I don't suppose it's just popping out for a breath of fresh air. Hell? Why is it leaving? Yeah, it ignored us. You're right. I didn't feel any aggression from it at all. If anything, I feel like it might be inviting us to follow it. What do you think we should do, Haruhi? Well, obviously we're gonna go after it. Alright. It might lead us to some sort of clue. There's gonna be a danger no matter what option we choose. Well, there's no... it's a RPG. There's gonna be danger no matter what the hell we do. We should follow it. It looks like the dragon went deep into the Heaven's Egg. Chrono Trigger is a good classic game, yeah. Final Fantasy VII, I couldn't get into Final Fantasy VII. It was one of the things that was done way too early was the switch to 3D, and it just looks bad for me, and I could never get into it back in the day. Like, around the same time you had Suikoden 1 and 2 by Konami, that state of that 2D pixel graphics that looked way better and have aged way better. So, you know, it's like I understand the story of Final Fantasy VII, but I've never actually played it past, like, the first little bit. Look, Haruhi, it's the same dragon from before. Yes, I can tell them apart. They're not all the exact same character models. What do you think this is? Video game? It's a lot calmer than the others. Yeah, those two, they're not as calm. Like it wanted to bring us here. I remember this place. The first time we came here, we just breezed through this place without knowing what it was. But now we do. This is where Tiela was made. There must be something here that tells us what the dragons are up to. Please. Wait. That voice. Thank you. You can go now. There's no way. We killed you. Is that you, Tiela? I knew you would come, Aesel. Can it really be her? I mean, we did kill her when she got merged into a dragon thingy. I have no idea. I'm too stupid to figure this shit out. Tiela, how are you here? Back then, I killed you. Please, answer me, Tiela. You haven't changed at all, have you? There's so much I want to say, but... Not today. I'm afraid I can't. Not today. What? I just wanted to meet you. And I'm glad I got the chance. Aren't you too, Aesel? Wait, Tiela! We could still catch up to her. It's not like she's running. She's sashaying away. Yeah, it's, no. Let's go home for now. She's sashaying too fast for me. Are you sure? Sorry, but that caught me by surprise. I'm pretty sure a lot of things catch you surprise. Like, that shoulder guard probably pokes you in the frickin' head every time you turn your head too fast. That was definitely Tiela. There's no mistaking it. But she died in order to put an end to the danger we were in before. So, how? What the hell is going on? We can think about it later. Actually, they did sort of make this make sense plot-wise, but yeah, This is not the better character, one of the better character quests. You're right. Trying to force the pieces together here won't solve anything. I'm heading back to Nemia. I'll send you a letter again soon. Oh, and thanks again for coming with me. Yes, I can write. That's what the pointy parts are for. They're like pens. JRPG character outfits sometimes, man. Do, 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 do. Yeah, this game has got some weird things, and they haven't patched it yet either. So it's like someone complained when I did my first reviews on this that they're like, "Oh, give it time." But Square Enix does all this. They haven't patched stuff, so like if you saw that little flash in the corner when it changed over to 7 p.m., there's time where that fills the whole like right third or so of the screen with just like this green light, this overlay kind of thing. It's happened on one of my streams before, but it's happened a few times elsewhere as well. So, not the best optimized game by Square Enix. I don't know why they were trying to do so many games last year. I think if they'd done about 5 fewer games, then the ones that they did release would have all been higher quality too. I mean, not all of them were new releases, mind you. A lot of them were just ports of older titles. Like, I keep forgetting the name of it now. Because they've got so many of those ones that, like, they just pulled 2 words out of a hat, and that's how they got the name of the game. Let's see. Here we go. Let me go down here to what ones came out last year. It was Various Day Life. That's one of the ones I'm thinking about. That was like a port or a remake or whatever you want to call it. And it's 7 o'clock in game, so we could do not a whole hell of a lot. Might as well go to bed early. We're low on energy. We got character quests we can do tomorrow. We got side quests we could do tomorrow. Oh, I think I forgot to go talk to the priestess outside. Whoops. We made not a lot of money. It's enough to get us started with some seeds for next season, though. Oh, right. What she wants to protect. Check the letter from Mistina. Oh, wait, we just did those. It's one of those things I do, like first or last. Final Fantasy 16 looks like it'll be interesting, but, you know, give it a thing. Final Fantasy is not my favorite series. I can give it, take it or leave it. There's some that I like, and there's other ones that I'm just like, I can't get into it. I try, but I can't. I liked Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, it was absolutely worthy of all of the criticism it got. Okay, maybe not quite all of it, because most other Final Fantasies were very linear as well. Final Fantasy X had a lot of those parts where it's like, yep, nope, we can't go forward anymore from here. So we're just gonna do, or you can't go back, rather. You gotta progress the story. And then later on it would unlock, the proper stuff, but a lot of JRPGs are linear, but yes, it was a lot more linear than some of the others. So I don't know. I mean, Final Fantasy 13 looked like it was gonna be great, so I'm not holding my breath for Final Fantasy 16 to be awesome. It's actually not one of the games I'm massively looking forward to this year. I'm actually looking forward to. We've got 3 great titles coming out this week alone. 2 of them are ports. The Persona 3 and 5 4s. No worries. Go ahead. Go enjoy some food. I'm actually gonna finish up here. I might finish the stream myself now. It will be going about 3.5 hours. And I was gonna finish about half an hour at the latest. So enjoy, and I'll catch you next time you join the stream. I think right now I'll just do the prep stuff for the day, and then I'll probably call it a night on this stream as well. by taking care of stuff around these. Yeah, I'll probably just do my farm work and then call it a night on this stream. My voice is starting to hurt a little bit. It's getting dinner time-ish. Let's see, what can I put into dessert maker? Okay. Yeah. Boring time. Making stuff out of stuff. Processing this, that, the other. We'll put this in there. And jam's being made right now, I believe. Yes. Alright. Teleport to the biomes. Still can't harvest those. Dang. Oh, looks like my Discord's being thing. But yeah, we'll run over the cave biome and then we'll call it a night. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. It's been kind of a more relaxed one. That's kind of the idea of getting these Sunday ones, is knocking out the stuff that we need to get done and we're behind on, but don't want to be the focus of the mainstream. Mainstream. So I'm going to leave those for next time. And we will save right here. I'm going to go get some food as well. So we will save. Boom. Saved and good. So you guys have fun. I'll catch you next Saturday. Remember, we're starting an hour earlier. So 5 Pacific, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. It's 3 o'clock Arizona time where I live, because we don't do daylight savings. And definitely comment in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see more streams? Do you want to see more videos? Which do you want to have more emphasis of? We've been trying to do one of each. We're stepping it up because I want to do more streams to get this to end at the same time as the videos, but we'll move on to another one soon. In the meantime, you guys have a great weekend or great week, and I will catch